Oh no, it's gone wrong already. Hello everyone, welcome in. I literally have been sitting here being like, oh, I don't remember how to stream anymore. The stream started and then my intro played and the song didn't sound like it used to, and then my mic sounded weird. It's a fun time when you stop streaming for a bit. How's everyone doing? We're back. We're back in Montai. Yeah, so there has been a bit of a gap between when we last streamed while I was working on some new stuff, of which you've seen one of it, hopefully. Hello to Rai, hello to Hyena, hello to Azzy, and hello to Granny as well. Just dropping in, no worries, thank you so much. Enjoy the VOD in a few hours and have a lovely sleep. Yes, so lots coming, lots happening here in the world of Montai. So first of all, we have hit the 1 year mark of this city, and so I'm surprised this thing's still going in terms of it not crashing out every 5 minutes. It's actually been pretty stable, contrary to Azzy's claim. Since, I don't know, like, the game has been okay, I feel, versus when we were first starting out on this series. So that has been good. We've hit the 1 year mark, and in celebration, what I did over the last few weeks instead of streaming was actually put together a video summarizing everything we managed to do in the last year. So, in case you haven't seen it, I'm gonna link it there. And, oh my. Now that's not working either. Okay, now it's... Even Stream Elements needs to wake up. Hello, thank you so much for the 6 months. How has it been half a year that we've had memberships? This is crazy. Thank you so much, we appreciate it. Also, first time viewer, welcome in. Somehow the first time viewer called Rymanor has a shield. Now, why is it a shield? It used to be a wrench. Is this like one of those things where YouTube's claiming they've done new stuff again? But thank you so much for the everlasting support. We appreciate you. And we appreciate you so much that I'm going to do this. Oh, Hyena as well. Oh my. Oh my, we're going to have to run indeed. Thank you, Hyena, as well, for being here for 6 months. How has it been so long? Oh dear. Now, see, now this makes me feel like I've not done much in my city. But yeah, so, I will say as well, there's probably a lot of new people as part of our channel coming in from that summary video, which I was like quite blown away by. So if you're coming in for the first time since, like, by discovering me through that video, welcome in. Feel free to introduce yourself, let us know where you're from, and we hope you enjoy your time here. So how this is gonna work with Montai moving forward is that we're gonna do a bit of videos and streams now. So videos wise, it's gonna be every so often there's gonna be a summary of what we've been doing so far. And I'm going to try doing episode based stuff as well. So we will be doing sort of like a specific project. Think of it as a slightly faster paced stream. So if there's any of you who find 3 hours a bit too long to sit here and watch me do stuff, the video episodes are going to be slightly more condensed. And then we will of course have these usual streams where it's full on real time, you're in it to just watch me be quiet at moments just building. So many different formats, and it's going to be a fun time figuring all of that out as well. So yeah, and moving forward, because of this different kind of content calendar, there will be less streams than we are used to, but I'm making up for it by bringing in more videos. And so yeah, also the streams are the ones that's gonna have like a variety of content. So we will do mainly Montai for videos, and then for streams there will be Montai and then occasional variety streams. So next week I'm actually considering between doing what are those two games called? Small Spaces and Subway Builder. So I'm gonna put out a poll after this stream, and you can let me know which one we shall do. Oh sorry, not next week, 2 weeks from now. Oh my gosh, I've changed my plans for like when I'm releasing stuff. So you'll see when it comes out. Basically, stuff's coming. So, but yeah, so back to Montai. It has been a while. You may notice there's actually some areas that I have built up that we've not actually covered on stream, like here. And you may notice some tall buildings have gone up here as well. That's going to be stuff coming in the video-based episode. So we're gonna be building West Isle City Center, Media City here, which doesn't really look that different, but it is actually more done up than it used to be. Here's a quick preview. All of this has been done up. And then the business park in Kirby Cliff has also been done up. So look forward to those. And yeah, it's nice seeing the city actually starting to be built and like the view coming. Specifically, I'm going to spoil this view, which will be coming in like a few episodes time. I like this view a lot because it kind of brings everything that has been worked on together in a very nice like curvy way. So thank you, Azzy. I appreciate it. YouTube has made changes again. When are they going to make the change of I can give subs as a brand account? Because I would like to do that. Oh dear. Yeah, so it's been a fun time in Montai. So today though, what I'm going to focus on, mainly because I'm trying to stay a bit far away from what we have worked on in videos, given that it's not ready to publish yet. I'm going to be working on the North Isle Greater Riverway project thing that has 5,000 different terms, which is over on this side. So we have been working in this area for a few streams now, specifically in Birdsong District. But today what I want to do is actually start to define a bit more about what we're going to do with the whole area. So you can see there's a lot of temporary roads, existing roads that the map had, and it's just a bit of a mess right now. So what I want to do is tidy up all of this, make it clearer as to where things are going to go, and then from there we'll know where like we can build and develop. Besides the riverway as well, mainly because I ended up going to this like nature park thing yesterday and feeling quite inspired to do the same. We are also going to consider where else we can kind of start to define greenways and like park corridors and stuff. So that's the plan for today. If we can get round to it, we will maybe even do one or two of these like park things. And also off stream, this is what we've done with the... Remember this area that we're working on last time? So I've gone in to actually build up a structure for our train station using all of these modular block things. Unfortunately, it's not fully functional because everyone's alighting on one side, but not the other. And this, annoyingly, was the thing that we fixed on stream last time, so I've broken it again, unfortunately. But it works. Everyone's able to... Let me use this view. Everyone's able to kind of alight from the trams and then head into the metro station. You can go up the stairs as well and across into that lifestyle district that we created previously. So generally speaking, it's functional enough that I'm leaving it. So, yeah, okay, so let's get going. Let me bring in the good old iPad first to run through some of these plans. Okay, so first of all, I'm also going to update quickly on this little diagram that we've had for a while. So this is what we've seen previously, right? This is the plan for all of the heavy rail and like tram lines, all of those things. Basically all the rail infrastructure we're going to build. It's been quite a mess. I've been looking to turn it into more of a diagram where we can start to make like a proper map. You know, the kind that you would see on an actual train network. So I've gone in to do that, and this is the draft we have right now. And you can see the idea of it. Like, so from actual proper geometrically accurate locations, we are trying to simplify it to make it easier to see. And once I do this up as a proper graphic, this will be easier for us to keep track of where we've built. Because right now, I know that we have subway lines and rail lines and stuff, but it's very hard to see what we've actually built out of this entire network. So, this is just the draft. I had to draw this using my kind of like this thing. So it's a bit messy at the moment, but it gives us an idea of how to then structure it on the final diagram. Some things to keep in mind. I feel like I went too narrow, like too small on this area. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Let's go up here. I went a bit too small for West Isle and North Isle because you can see how cluttered all the lines are. So when I do the final map, I'm going to expand these two areas. And then probably make these parts smaller, because if I... Hang on, let me get the right view on our actual city, and then I'll bring it over. Okay. So like this. Let me hide my iPad for a bit. Here we go. That's the actual view that we have. So, oh my. You can see West Isle, the city center area, is actually a lot bigger than I drew. And there's a lot more going on, whereas on this side, there's not much happening. So I don't need the map to show so much of the stuff here. Yeah, so that's stuff I need to consider when it comes to redoing my diagram. Do they all meet at a big station? I would say ours is, it's not like a single station. It's going to be all of these. Remember West Isle main station? So it's gonna be the rail stations, like the... You know, this regional train network that we were having, those are going to be the big transport hubs. So there's going to be a few of them. One in West Isle, one in North Isle. This is going to be another big major station. And probably one in West Isle Quay as well, which is here. So 3 stations. Does that count as a big grand station? or is that spreading it out a bit too much? Let me actually bring back. Okay, so do we see the lime green lines? So that is going to be the regional network I just mentioned. So this is the express service where you can like go across the districts a lot faster than a normal metro line. So these stations are going to be the grand ones, if that makes sense. Okay, and then if we bring it up to... Oh, and also the dotted lines are because I haven't actually finalized what I intend to do in those areas. But eventually South Isle is going to become a bit of a busy area as well. So I'm keeping in mind lines that need to go there. And then here, okay, let's focus on this for a bit. So, sounds grand enough? Okay, good. I've passed the standards required of me by the royals. Do you need a castle somewhere in the city, by the way? We have to build one, I guess, for the monarchy that is Rymanora. And definitely have a room for Marina, because she's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. Hi, Wooden Rose, welcome in. It's nice to see you. Okay, so here's the actual map exported of our city that the game is magically able to generate. And I just want to quickly use this as a chance to kind of mark out the areas that I'm gonna divide the riverway into. So, how am I gonna do this? This whole thing is actually the riverway that I'm talking about, like the Greater Riverway. I used too many terms. The North Isle Greater Riverway project, right? So we'll have that, and then I'm going to be dividing the riverway into different segments, right? And then each of them are going to be developed with a specific theme in mind. So first of all, we've got the area around Birdsong Springs, which is gonna be, and I'm gonna have this on my game as well so we can estimate. It's gonna be pretty much up to about here to here. Is one chunk, like one section. So this area is going to have, I'm thinking a sports hub. Oh gosh, this is not going to be good for the handwriting. Sports. Okay, ignore the handwriting. It's terrible. Sports hub. And so, and I'll show you later in the game itself, but the idea is that people will be able to kind of walk over from Birdsong Springs. There's a pedestrian network here, right? They'll cross over and they can access this whole area as like one leisure thing. And I'm actually trying to focus on making each of the bays along the river a kind of landmark, right? So we've got bay number 1 here, which is gonna have its own kind of like, I want to develop a nice view around this whole thing, right? So bay 1's there, bay 2 is over here, and this one's gonna be actually a very big district. I'll show you later because I have an idea of what we're gonna like develop it with. But there's going to be I'm not using the colors consistently, I'm just going with the flow here. A train line here that actually has a view towards that kind of like bay view thing that we're doing. Bayview is actually a city in the game I used to play. I think Need for Speed or something. And then around it, there's going to be lots of like developments and stuff to make it kind of a attractive place people want to go to. And then the final kind of big development section, when it comes to the water bodies, is actually going to be... Let me remove. Can I? No, okay. Basically, here. So this whole area is going to become like a riverfront thing. I will run through this again in the game once like this general idea is there. And then the 4th section is actually going to be a rustic section here. Like this section is going to be a smaller kind of town-ish village area, as close as we can get to a village area in a dense Asian city. And then somewhere up here, I can't remember where exactly, it's like roughly here, there is a mountain thing that I want to kind of build up in the style of this hot spring mountain area in Taipei that I went to, called Xingbeito. They have a place called Sulphur Valley there, which is like all the hot springs and stuff, and it actually feels very Japanese. So that is an area that I want to do up as well. So, now that that diagram has actually been drafted, let me translate that into the game so that we actually understand what I'm referring to directly in the map. So, hiding this. Okay, the Castle of Rai, historical monument on the mountain. We have many actually. So, I don't know, choose a mountain and we'll build something there. Okay, and then, so, this is the riverway, right? We saw what we were doing earlier. So, village-like area is going to be here. That hot spring area I'm talking about is here. And it's like, it goes up quite a steep slope. So this area is going to be built up like a little town, a mountainous town. Then, the section along here with the first bay, this is bay number 1. Sports hub going to be here, right? And then Birdsong Springs will kind of be built up along it to make use of this view, I guess. Further down, Riverside Nature Park. Oh, sorry, that's the entire thing. This is bay number 2. And if I show you the view from like here, train station's gonna go along here facing this view, right? So we'll have Montai Estates, the up-and-coming bayfront complex. Yes, actually, so there's gonna be like 3 different kind of big developments. And then each of them will have its own kind of, I don't know, like flagship attractions or something. My thing about my experience in Taiwan is that they did so well in spreading attractions everywhere. And so I want kind of that same vibe. We can have all sorts of random museums, fun activities. See, my vision for bay number 2, right, is, although I don't think it exists, is... and I think they do this in South Korea. You can have these little pedal boats that are shaped like animals. So I've seen videos where it's a duck-shaped pedal boat, right? And you just pedal around the entire water area, and that's like an activity in itself. And then all around it, there'll be little nice cafes, places for you to sit and picnic, and potentially even live, maybe on the top here, this area. So all of these leisure areas basically, and then this is the big waterfront at the very end, and this is gonna be a big red like district where there's actual residences, offices, things like that. Like an extension to what is supposed to be the city center here, which I've actually I'm still a bit stuck with. I don't know what to do with this area, to be honest. Like at the moment I'm picturing a stadium being here, but I'm also not feeling like this is gonna be a very dead area when there's no events happening. So anything past this, oh no. What's happened? Oh, we don't have a name for this thing. Are you okay? You're smiling, I guess, so you're fine. We okay? I think you're fine. Oh, the police car's here. We good? It's just some light traction issues. We're okay. Okay, and send yourself on your way. Have fun. That reminds me of a look. I was gonna say that. I was gonna be like, oh, in Planet Coaster or something, you would have these water rides. So yeah, stuff like that, basically. Crashed into the Alpha Bar, and you know, I've never seen any film or media version of The Wizard of Oz. So I don't even know their names other than Alpha Bar, and even then, I don't know which one is Alpha Bar. The green one? Also, while we're just kind of derailing ourselves, new vehicle has come into the game. Let me find it. It's a good one. Are you the one? Here we go. Look at it. Look at it. It's one of those mini Japanese box vans. So someone's added this to the game. I don't know why it's towing a caravan, but it's so lovely. The default colors actually come in more colorful variants. I don't know why this one chose to be so dull. Where's the unsubs? How about teach? Teach me who is who, and then we'll learn. Let me find a better color, like a more interesting color version of that. We'll find it. Unfortunately, you are not a... No, I don't see any. Unfortunately, in the world of custom vehicles, still no double-decker buses, everyone. The modding community at the moment seems to be obsessed with building and designing, like, trains on trucks. Like, trains being transported on truck trailers seems to be the current focus of everyone who has the ability to make custom vehicles. So I think it's gonna be a while before... Oh, I don't see any. Before any double-decker buses come our way. Ah, okay, wait. Maybe one here. We've got one more here. Also a boring color. There's better colors that this thing spawns in. I don't know why it's not showing up. Oh well, it's fine. We'll find it eventually. So... Oh dear. A vute? A van ute? What? Would that be the actual term that... Because I know utes are pickup trucks. Oh, actually, yes, because it is a pickup truck. Right? Where was it? It's like a mini pickup... Okay, yeah, fine. We'll go a vute. It's a vutie. That's the line we'll use. Okay. So, along the riverway, let's try and clean things up so that we can get going first. I know right away, I have a lot to do when it comes to cleaning up this part of the roads. Everything is wrong here. Like, this highway is not supposed to be going this way. This shouldn't be a junction. This thing shouldn't be connecting here. So, we're probably gonna spend a good proportion of this stream just cleaning up the roads, honestly. A beauty, yes. That's, in fact, call it that. Like, Suzuki Beauty or something. Other brands are available, but that's the easiest one to go with. Okay, let's first... Oh, let me think. Do I destroy it in chunks or destroy everything? I've not done anything since we started stream, right, building-wise, because I can't remember if I need to save. Okay, we're gonna risk it. It's okay. So... Ooh. Okay, the game's actually wanting me to destroy more than I planned. Right, so you asked for Defying Gravity in chat. And Defying Gravity we shall have. If anyone could sing though, I can't sing. So... There we go. Look at that. Defying gravity. That's gonna be the poster for the next movie. Are they even making another another part of that franchise? I just know that he just knows, but he actually doesn't remember the actors' names. The two main stars of Wicked, basically, Ariana Grande and what's her name, Cynthia, I think. They did come to Singapore as part of the promotional campaign, I guess you could say. And they got harassed by this guy from Australia who apparently makes a living off like bombarding celebrities on red carpets. So that's kind of an interesting thing that happened. Right, so I've destroyed all of this. Now, we need to have the highway go through this area, but not block the following things. Number one, this nature area, which is going to be wrapping, we will have a health campus wrapped around it. Then, we've got this green corridor where we need to be able to cross seamlessly, so the highway will probably be above it. And then, we also need to not affect the existing train infrastructure, which is going underground in the same area. So this part's quite complicated. Then we keep going... which way are we going? Birdsong Heath's this way. The highway has to go here, across the river briefly. This part's not too bad, I feel, because we'll be elevated by then. But you see how quickly the ground goes higher. So there's probably going to be a very major incline at this part, and then eventually connect back up here onto the national highway. So a lot going on this one section is what I will say. Okay, but yes, we have this existing thing. I don't know, where is it coming from again? It's coming from there. Okay. So we will ignore the bits that go underneath the riverway because, quite frankly, it's a bit too annoying for me to adjust this with the current tools. So we'll pretend that that's actually a smooth kind of connection from below. And naturally, you would then go from a really deep elevation to ground level and then keep going up. An option could be to keep things underground, but then I'm thinking how this area gets really high, and then you'd need to go up way higher if you stay underground coming here. We're gonna bring it up above the ground, I think. Okay, here we go. Let's get going. First things we're doing. Any warping comes from the view through water. We have... Hang on, before we actually start building, let me show you an example. Here we go. Here's the trailer. Oh, everything's broken here. Hang on. Will this crash our game? Let me also hide this. I realized that our interface is getting very cluttered because of all the mods I have. Oh, maybe this is why the game's not, everyone's going through Cubby Cliff. Because this node's broken. I have been thinking about replacing this giant clover leaf. I feel like it's not the best use of space. Okay, can we have a car that goes through this area, please? Anyone? Volunteers, please. What if we come from the other side? I feel like... Oh no! Wait, there are no vehicles. Okay, no, it's not gonna work. I forgot that we broke up the highway. Yep, that doesn't work. Because there's nothing to connect to. It's okay. We'll live with it. Okay. It's fine. We will just build the highway first, and then I'll show you what this warping through water looks like. Oh dear. Right. So, if I can do a parallel mode, maybe. Tighten this. And then... see, how desperately do we need to increase the incline before we reach the green corridor? Okay, let's go with 4%. Oh, it's not connecting. Okay. Go with 4% and then see what happens. Oh, actually, hang on. Okay, so that thing is... I wouldn't say smooth, but it is connecting without me having to do another sort of elevated node thing. So if I remove all of this, and then fix this a bit, because that's a bit weird. Oh no. Okay, so you're gonna see this in the upcoming video that I'm doing for... Actually, it's a few episodes down. But this node thing is not being fun at the moment with all of our current projects that I've done. Especially versus the version in City Skylines 1, where I feel like it just made a lot more sense. Like, it was a lot more logical in how the nodes moved. Whereas this one, there's so many different ways you can actually adjust it, and all of them do different things, and start to, like, make it weird, that, I don't know, I kind of wish it was the old version sometimes. There's also this other mod in City Skylines 1 where you can actually adjust the junctions specifically, but you can do it through, like, you know how with the buildings and stuff, we've been doing it through the transform tool? For example, this thing, where it's like numbers based. I kind of wish we still had that, because right now you have to do it manually and it's by hand, and it's never consistent. Okay. So, going up. We're going upwards. Here we go. I hope that's not too steep. It looks okay. 4%. Is there like a... Let me look this up. Is there an actual... There must be. Maximum incline percentage for highways standard internationally. Let's do a quick Google and see. Maximum international standards generally aim for a maximum grade of 6 to 8%. Okay, we're fine then. That was 4. 6 to 8%. That sounds so steep compared to what we've done. Like, this is 4 and it's already quite steep. What's 6 looking like? Okay, so this is 8. This would be the maximum. Is that steep? It looks steep. You'd definitely not be walking up this. But driving with momentum, maybe it's fine. I just imagine trucks and stuff struggling to go up this thing though. Okay, but it's okay. In Montai, we'll stick with 4. So life gets easier. There we go. So, oh, you're still going upwards. Why? I mean, we'll keep it to 4 then. My thinking is I might actually just keep it up there, because where is it here? And then smoothly transition this. The range near your town had a grade of 14. They've done major work now, so it's 10%. That's still higher than what they're saying in the by international standards. Then again, you do live on a mountain, so maybe there are... Ooh, that's actually very smooth. Okay. The question though, even though life gets a lot easier if I just do this as a smooth ramp like this, is how are people going to connect from Birdsong onto this highway if it's so high up? I might do terraforming, which is a cheat, like versus real life, because you wouldn't be just raising the land here that much to connect the road. But I think in this case, yeah, past the green corridor, this area might be raised up just so that life gets easier for us. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, so I keep this smooth thing going. Along the power lines is actually quite nice. The steepest road I've seen in Singapore, we're not a very hilly, like, country. In fact, our highest hill is 100 meters in elevation. So it's not that much. So anything that's overly steep actually comes from like car park entrances. So specifically, if you ever come to Singapore and you have to go through Terminal 3 of the airport, there is this dip right before the car park that is very sudden. And in our old car, like not the one that I was talking about last year, the car before that, so like 10, 15, oh, it's not even 10, it's like 16 years ago was when we last had it. It does a big jump because it's an old suspension, and it was the best thing. Like, I always looked forward to that part of the trip, because it was fun. It felt like a roller coaster. In Australia, they do terraform to meet up to roads, but this dramatically? Because I know in Singapore they did it as well. They did something like what Rai mentioned, where they lowered a road, but it was like 1 meter. I feel like this is many, many meters. It's okay. Like, what did we say at the beginning before stream? Defying the gravity of government finances, defying the gravity of physics. That's that's what this city lives off. Who cares about prudence? Oh, actually, do we keep things elevated here? Where you live, yes. Oh, okay, interesting. It sounds like it would be so much work for them. But hey, if Azzy says it, it must be right. Okay. Oh my, what's happening here? See, terrain's having fun times. What's happening? Jeez. No. Okay, here we go, Azzy. Step 1 of terraforming. It's in motion. There we go. Actually, can I get it closer to maybe the height of the road? So maybe this section, right along the mountain, can be just at grade. And then after that, it just goes back to being elevated. It's just the on and off ramps. Okay, let's see if we can apply that wise terraforming principles for that specific off-ramp area. Because what we are building in that area is an off-ramp. So if we can do that... Uh-oh, 3. I've gone too high. Oh dear. Okay, wait. I need to... Okay, we're doing... Let me... Once again, more terraforming, just to make things consistent, and then maybe I'll bring it back. Maybe it's good that Grady isn't, like, here live to witness this. Because I know terraforming was a bit traumatic for her when she was playing this game. I'm sorry, Granny, if you're watching this in the VOD. I know it's not the most logical tool versus other games. Here where you live, the lowest point is 400 meters below sea level. Oh my gosh. The 400 meters below sea level is like a reverse mountain. Okay. Like, it's basically, the difference in elevation where you live is more than the tallest hill in Singapore. which is just... It's just interesting to visualize that difference. Okay. So we're gonna keep going. I know the national road originally was there. I don't know, I prefer this alignment, to be honest. Because it keeps the road smooth. And 0%, okay. And then now we try and bring it back into, so like smoother along here. The power lines are still there, which is... Maybe I should have built the power lines. Although, okay, wait. Let me remove these, because the power lines are not even going anywhere. So I can always just relocate these to the other side of the road once we've brought it over. So just up to here. And let me remove this. Up to about the point that it doesn't turn. Okay. So if I could as well connect these, please. Which one of these tools is the one that lets me snap in the middle? This one? No, okay. We'll do it manually, it's fine. There we go, okay, and then I can clean that up a bit later. So, while I continue fiddling with all of these, I have an update. And maybe it's a good thing that, unless he's lurking, but maybe it's a good thing that right now Jaden's not around. Because I have updates about Jet 2, which is that... Remember, like, last summer, when... Sorry, summer in the northern hemisphere. So for Australians, it was like June. When everyone was going crazy about the Jet 2 holidays jingle. So I've been watching a lot of British daytime TV in my, like, evenings, because for them, 10 AM is 6 PM for me. So I just leave it on when I'm kind of, like, winding down at the end of the day, just, I don't know, watching segments about, what was the most, like, odd segment they've had recently? I can't think of any, but yeah, it's an interesting show sometimes, but they also have cooking and stuff like that, so... lifestyle magazine stuff basically. And so I get to watch all of the British ads, and one day Jet 2 just started playing. It's not the same one that went viral though, which is a shame. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the same tone, but it's the same voice, it's the same feels. It was generally a delightful time. So there was that. In fact, I've actually heard it twice since I first, like, came across it. Oh no, wait, we've done it wrong. Okay, here we go. Now, will we be able to connect this to that other stretch properly? Here, okay, fingers crossed this works. Oh, we're actually quite far off the elevation of this. But I don't mind. It's just very hard for me to gauge where the straight line stops, because we're too far away from the other road for it to give the guiding. Like the guiding lines. There we go. Okay, we're good. And then the power line stops there. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Stuff's gone wrong! What's happened? Okay, not good. Don't be like that, roads. Is it gonna do that again? Oh, okay, just one bit of node is being weird. Is it because of the power line? Calm down, node. Stay flat. Don't be inflated. Be stable. Okay. The other thing I've seen in ads recently, because I got distracted, I realized while like talking about that halfway. Have we seen the new Mario movie trailer? Is anyone excited by the fact that there's Yoshi coming in the movie? I brought my Yoshi plush to the first movie, and then was promptly disappointed at the fact that there was no Yoshi, except at the very end. There we go. But yes, I'm looking forward to. I've not been the last few times I've been to the cinema, I've just realized, were both for game movies. So it was the Mario movie, and then it was the Minecraft movie, and I've not been other than those two. Because it's so expensive these days, and I don't know, it's just like... Yoshi. Yes, so I realized this as well, because Granny also says Yoshi. Which I didn't know whether it's like a Australian thing, but now that you've said it, I'm guessing it is. But yes, it's supposed to be Yoshi, but again... I feel like as long as we know what we're talking about, who cares? Right? I mean, it's like saying Marmite as Vegemite. It's just regional accents, it's fine. And we'll just wait for a few seconds for things to catch up. And then we'll see. Oh dear. This looks... Okay, I like how it's a smooth curve. But that also looks ridiculously slanted. Looks scary. Maybe it's because I don't live in a place where we have mountains this dramatic, but this road looks so high. Okay, it's connected, right? Can we get someone to drive through this, and then we'll take the car, we'll take a car and assess. Also, let me just save this before we keep going. Look at this. Montai 22 parts, everyone. This is our 23rd part now. 23-1. How fun that we've made it to, like, past a year. It's so weird because I remember so much of, like, stuff I've done for, like, across all the games I've played, all the videos I've tried to make, right? And I remember so many things just not lasting past 2 episodes, or 3 episodes. And then for this one to have hit 21 parts is quite crazy. Like, 21 and counting, actually, given that we're still going with it. And I was just looking through my catalog again, recently. Like, comparing it to the old City Skylines stuff I did, which is actually unlisted. I don't know why, it's just not there anymore. And then, apparently, this channel is going to be 10 years old in October. So that's also going to be another milestone that's quite fun to celebrate. So, like, recently we celebrated 10 years of the Rhymenora, but that wasn't an old channel. So, in October, so that would be 2016, October 2016, I swapped from that channel to this channel because I just felt like I needed a clean reset to, like, reposition things. Okay, here we go, car. Get ready, everyone. It's gonna be the warpy waves of... Whoa, okay, your engine's really going quite dramatically right now. Calm down. Change gear, my dear. Change gear. Your engine should not be sounding like this on the highway. If you're driving like this, just... You've got more options when it comes to higher gears. Just change up. It saves you fuel. Okay, that actually wasn't that bad of a dip, I feel. All things considered. Here we go. So this is the new part that we've just built. We're going up. Oh, it's not very smooth, but it's okay. Our Department of Roads is still learning. Okay. This guy still does not want to change gear. Now we're on the elevated bridge section. On the car, oh, lots of people are already using the highway. In the car itself, it doesn't look that, like, steep. Also, look at the view of that mountain. I want to do something with, oh, sorry, that flat mountain over there. It looks almost like that, what's that giant rock valley thing that you have in Australia? Is the car making a rattling? Let me turn it up. Do you hear how desperate the engine's sounding? Oh, he's slowing down. Yeah, it's not... I don't trust this... Like, this car's not gonna last more than 2 months. It's actually okay on the... Like, once you're in the car. Traffic accident on the highway. A tree has been left after construction. Sorry, I haven't cleared that up. Oh, is the game audio not running? Hang on. Oh, it's not running. Why? Okay. Let's diagnose this. Oh, I think I know what's up. Okay, so what happened was I've changed my settings for my video so that I can, like, choose the channels that we're recording and then block it out. So if I do... Oh, that means even the transition didn't play. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, let me do this, let me do this, let me do this. Now, has the game come in now? Oh, I'll have to find a way to fix, like, do this by default, because... Yeah, okay, I hear it, it's come back. Oh no, that means we need to find someone else that's driving at, like, really ridiculous speeds. Okay, maybe you. Are you your city car? Okay. You have sounds? No, you don't have sounds. Oh, your poor people have been listening to just my voice for the last like 52 minutes with no music. Why are you still here? Okay, hang on. Were you revving like no tomorrow? What's the difference? I mean, this one's quite bad too. Not quite the same sound. Let's see once it hits the proper speed. No, okay, this one's not as bad. Let me find one of those same cars. Oh, there's so much traffic. I am wondering whether we should make it like a 3-lane highway instead of 2. No, there's no hatchbacks. Are you a hatchback? No. You're a pickup truck. That is look at that view, I just realized. Wow. Okay, that's actually quite a nice way to enter the city, because like you get to see the whole city like from this perspective. Okay, anyway. Hatchbacks, any hatchbacks? Oh, maybe the box van, the Vute. Oh, this one's limited to a slow speed. I think because the game thinks it's a van. Oh, we've got a motorbike. Where are the hatchbacks in this city? Hang on. I paused the music because I'm trying to... We need to let people hear how desperate that engine was. This one's not as bad. Also because it's being slowed down by a truck. Okay, but the good thing is, the highway is working. Maybe minus the trees, which we shall now gently... Oh! Hang on. That's what I hate about when you... There's no undo button officially in the game. So whenever you do stuff like this, it's a great time. There. Are you a hatchback? No, you're not. Are you a hatchback? You are a hatchback. Can we hear that? So this was how the guy was driving the entire stretch. It's like he only has one gear. Okay, but once again, just looking back at the view in this really noisy car. The poor car is probably gonna be... This is why we get like traffic accidents in this city. Because cars just set on fire because of the people like this. Oh gosh, those trees. Okay, we need to tidy up those trees as well. Then past here. I should have started the music before we went into this view. So yeah, that's the entire elevated stretch. So we're past the power lines now. And then I just need to go up to the national road and then like soften that transition. Because people are driving at high speeds. The little engine that could. Until it couldn't. Because it was overstretched. Okay, so it should be around here that it joins up to the combined road. And then I need... Whoa, calm down, little whatever van thing. That was going very fast. Okay, so around here, if we can do this, and then... Oh, let me just start the music again. Here we go. Enjoy the game music now that we actually realize that the sounds are going. I'll have to make sure I figure that out, like between streams and videos, because I need it for videos the way I had it set, because it lets me remove either the game audio or like my mic separately. And if I don't have that, it makes it very difficult for me to edit stuff. So, yikes. We'll have to figure that out. It's okay. Life's okay. I hope that's smooth enough. So, now we're gonna take the... Oh, this is another car that came in. The Peugeot 2008. This is also another custom vehicle. We're gonna join in with Tyler and family. We'll take a look at this view. Oh, this car has no sound. We'll see it's an electric car. Who cares? Okay, so... We're coming in from this way. And this is the view you're gonna get of the city coming in. So we've got all those tall buildings. And then, because they will be more developed over time, so we'll probably get more buildings that we can see. So Birdsong is there. So the rightmost buildings, like there, is Birdsong. The slightly tall 2 buildings there in the middle of the screen, that's the area we're working on last stream. And then these tall ones, okay, the real test is once to reach about here, like past this ground area. Then we should be able to see the view. So about here. There we go. So Birdsong Bluff is there. Ecotropolis would be there too. Then those tall buildings at the far distance, that's Media City and Cubby Cliff. And then this site's like West Isle City Centre and North Isle. Okay. Most of it's blocked because of this mountain though. Or hill or whatever it is. And then this is the part that you kind of join into the tunnel. And then go underground. And then let's just see the bump in reverse. Okay, but I'm generally pleased with that. It feels quite smooth. Oh, the speeds have dropped dramatically. Did I set that as the speed of the highway? Or is it because there's about to be this massive dip? Oh no. See, it does not look that bad. It does not look that bad when you're in the car. In fact, there is this game. I played it last time when I was streaming. It's called M&M's The Lost Formulas. There's this part of the game where you are actually driving as one of the M&Ms to the M&M's factory. And there are roads literally like this. It was one of those... it's my childhood game. And there's different levels and like each one is a math question. So it's... like, there'll be sections where you're driving, and then they'll give you 3 different boxes that you can crash into, right? And then there's like an equation to solve. So it could be 5 plus 7, and then they give you 3 boxes. One of the answers is 12, and you have to crash into number 12 to like move on. Otherwise, your car just crashes, and you lose a life. Okay, so highway is settled. That clears up a lot of this area for better planning purposes. Okay. Then, this is the bit. This is the bit where, as he says, terraform and life gets easier. So we shall terraform. Okay, I hope this is high enough. Because it does look like it's sloping, so one side's gonna get slightly... Oh, actually, no. I know how we can solve this. See, we've got the pillars here, right? What we can do is... let's do 8-lane divided roads. And then... the magic is... because these are divided roads, they've got this thing in the middle. And so if I extend it... there we go. Pillar solved. Okay. Adjust this as well. Perfect. And this. Right, so that is gonna be our little highway off-ramp, on-ramp thingy. And that should be quite simple to eventually connect into this area. So this is gonna be a major road. And I guess this Riverside Road's not gonna connect directly to the highway, which maybe is a good thing, because you want maybe a more relaxed drive across this area, like through the riverside, all the way into the future waterfront. And anyway, this can also connect, so that's fine. Okay, then, do I want to do my usual H-shaped highway entrance, or shall we be more inventive? I only ever do this H-shaped thing, like this sort of thing, because that's what Singapore uses a lot. And it's just easier for me, like, to be honest, all of this sort of thing is a lot of work to remember what you've added. So, that's why I do it, but it's not the most efficient, because you are creating a bottleneck, essentially, because it's a H shape, right? So, this, like, the joining horizontal line is where a lot of traffic gets stuck. because there'll be 2 traffic lights that they need to kind of like work through. So yeah, I'm not sure. We will try it, and it could all go horribly wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Oh. There you go. So, that's the head shape, right? So you have cars turning here and then needing to go across the other way. Although with the distance that we have, I feel like we'll be okay. We should be okay, I hope. Hopefully, hopefully. Oh, and it's going past the train as well. This is interesting. How... Okay. 100 and... Hang on, let me just try and figure out where's the best way, like where's the best place to connect it. I'm gonna go there. Okay, then let's do one side first. So we can work out how best to adjust this node. Because right now, straight away, that's a problem. I think we need to do more than 2 lanes for this area. So 2 and 2 here, which means here would be 4. Like this. We'll need that for this area for sure. Also, given that it's like a major highway in the city center, I think it's fine that we add more lanes. Then it joins up there, it comes here. Okay, and then this bit needs some help because it's going a bit too dramatically. More trees, blocking traffic. Right, and then smoothing it out here. Like... somehow, like this. And actually, once again, once you reach the junctions, I feel it's worth having more lanes, like this. Okay. Okay. And then let's add in the keys like this. So that's one side. Then repeat with this side. See, so these are the parts that I feel like sometimes can get a bit finicky to do in real time. Because, I mean, there's no, like, when you do it live, there's no getting away from the fact that you need to watch me literally do this bit by bit. And so, I'm hoping that once we figure out a good format for the video side of things, it actually will make these sorts of parts of the city development a bit easier. Because say it's a particularly boring section that I need to do in the future where it's all like road-based, we can just put it and lump it into a video, right? Rather than torturing you on your Saturday evening by watching nodes be adjusted. Okay, like that, sort of. Is that too dramatic? If I remove the road thing, actually that saves me from worrying about whether I'm doing the right thing, right? Yes, okay, that's good. Here, here. Then this is gonna be this way. That's great. Wait, yeah, thank you, Azzy. I appreciate that. Oh, actually, wait. This bit's It's funny because when I was preparing my video that we did, I did look like, because I don't I don't religiously watch City Skylines videos, to be honest, because for my preference, I ended up just watching VODs of like people I'm familiar with. Like, I feel it's more comforting to listen to a voice that you know, right? And so I didn't really get into watching too many like City Skylines things. But I have noticed that in general, City Skylines videos are really long. Like, it's just a standard thing where videos just go on for an hour. And that's just the norm. So I feel like heartened by the fact that that is kind of just expected of this genre. Yeah, it just feels so weird because I feel like we had a few years of the whole like, oh, short form's the next big thing in media. And then again, as a media student, it's like you're taught to embrace those things because that's what the industry wants, right, and stuff. And then it's just funny because I have never really been into the whole short form like media thing, like short form content. In terms of vertical stuff, I realize now that I've looked back at my catalog, a lot of my videos were technically short form content, but it was done in a like normal video format way. Oh, this is very... See, this is not joining as seamlessly as the other side. Also, why are you doing that? Can we smoothen that a bit? Well, actually, it might also be a case of because this is supposed to be a fall-in. Like this. So that connection's being a bit funny. Yeah, but I feel like, as someone who's in that space of, like, watching game streams, and the kind of streamers and the kind of games that I enjoy, like, it just feels a lot more like a long-form space. Like, the joy comes from being there with the streamer and just, you know, just enjoying the game. Through the lulls, through the quiet times, it's all just part of the experience. It's not like a case of I need to remove that because otherwise I lose people's attention spans, which is a terrible race to the bottom for, like, if all things considered. You think people watch content for different reasons? Long form is good for background noise and something to fall asleep to. Yeah, and so that's how I usually like consume my content, is that it's like the TV in the background or just something to accompany me during my day. And so like long form I enjoy. This feels very trying to think what's the best way to continue this without being too fiddly. See, sometimes people are watching to learn about a game. That's true, and actually in that case, it makes a lot of sense why City Skylines are like such long formats. Because if you cut out any of this process, or like, okay, maybe not completely, but if you cut out too much of a process like this for people who are trying to just understand what you're doing, it sort of ruins the ability for them to comprehend what you've just done. Which actually, as I was editing my videos coming soon for... Look at that segue. For like the episodes I'm doing for this series, right? I'm not sure where to draw that line yet. And I feel like you may experience that for the first few episodes, where I might have ended up cutting out too much of the process. So if you do feel that after watching some of the videos that are coming, please just tell me, because I'm not sure myself and I'm figuring it out. So, like, I want it to be the right balance of, I get that there are some people who don't want to actually sit here like a live stream and watch the entire 3 hours, but neither do I want it to then just become too much cutting where it's just like... My comparison is how there are those short form videos where people cut out every bit of silence in their talking, and so they just sound like a bullet train talking like this, and they never end. And then blah, 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 blah. It sounds like that, right? I don't want the videos to become like that as much as possible. And so we will figure out that balance over time. But yes, that will be the warning going into it. Hi, it's because I do. No, don't worry, because I did do that for my videos when I was editing them. So that's why now I'm worried that I've done that the wrong thing. Like, the wrong way. Because the summary one, I left more pauses. But... And this is where I don't know how people who actually just keep doing it do it. Does that make sense? But it's like, people who have to actively edit an hour of their gameplay, right? It took me so long to just cut out the bits that I wanted to, like, consider. So just cutting out sections is like sitting through 2 hours. So imagine a stream like this, right, where we go for 2.5 hours. My recording session was basically like that. And then, after that, so you do a once over where you cut out everything that you're like, okay, definitely not covering that. And then you need to go through again, then be like, okay, so now that I've cut out the bits, which bit do I actually want to keep? And then that will become another round of cutting. And then, which bit do I want to actually adjust so that it's not like too long of a pause? Then, oh no, I moved it too much. Now there's not enough pause. Let me adjust it. That has been the entire last few weeks for me when it comes to my videos. And that's why there's been no streams, because all of my time has been doing that. So I hope this process gets easier and faster over time. But that was that was just one thing coming into making videos again that I'm a bit like, that's kind of why I didn't really do the Let's Play format for this channel when I was doing videos, is that it takes a long time just to sit there and listen to yourself over and over again. But yeah, those of you who do videos, do you find that to be a thing? Or do you just take it easy and just kind of like leave it completely? So as though you're streaming and you just be like, okay, that is just the episode. I don't intend on cutting or anything. Oops, wrong one, this one. Okay. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm glad it turned out the way it was, because it didn't feel like that at the very start. So I'm hopeful that that's the same vibe we'll get as I edit, which is the whole, you know, that creative phase of when you first start, you're excited, and then you start working through it, and then you hate everything, and then after a while you're like, oh, actually no, it's good again. Yeah, I felt that doing that summary video so bad. Because you also get used to talking, so you know what you want to say when you're recording and editing will be quicker. Let me try and think. So the first, I've recorded 3 episodes so far, is what I will say. The first video, I treated it just as though I was streaming. Actually, no, sorry, I did not treat it like I was streaming. So there were a lot of like half sentences that I was doing. And that's where a lot of my cutting had to come in, because I would talk half a sentence and then like finish it in 3 seconds time. And that was so much cutting I had to do. Then I think by the 3rd episode, I was like, why don't you just talk like you're always doing on stream, so that you don't have to do a whole like cutting here, cutting there, because I don't cut on streams. So why go into making the videos expecting that I should just be cutting everything, you know? So then it got slightly easier. But I also find, for some reason, it's a lot harder to sustain talking when you know you're not streaming, which is... Maybe it's just like being rusty or something, but it just doesn't feel the same, even though you're literally doing the same thing. Like, you're sitting here, talking, while playing a game. And it's not like, we don't have the kind of chat where it's like constantly moving either. There are lull moments, so it's not that different. You have scuff audio, you have all kinds of things. You do one and done mistakes, videos mistakes, or maybe that's what I should do. Like, just in smaller chunks. I think if I was a more systematic builder, it would have been okay. Because, I feel like there are other City Skylines creators who do a much better job of sectioning out what you're doing. Like, okay, I'm working on this now, and I'm only gonna work on this. But the way I build is that I build until I spot something that maybe I feel works in a different part of the city, and then I'll go there and be like, oh, actually, wait, let me work on this thing. And so there isn't really an easy way to just be like, cut out this entire chunk. You just don't overthink it, because then you wouldn't create everything. Me for the last 5 years. What color behavior is that? I looked into this, like, the color psychology thing that you've been talking about. I can't find one that says orange. It's red, yellow, blue, and green are the ones I see. Okay, anyway, we've connected in the time that it's taken. Oh, everyone's dying. What's happened? Are you okay? What's happened, people? Oh, actually, that reminds me. Have I been putting... Oh, I see. Right. We need to put some temporary, like, blocks everywhere. Although I say temporary. Where am I going to put it? Because I realized that in Birdsong, it takes a very long time for services to get anywhere. And so I'm going to put ambulances here. And police cars, because whenever there's an accident, they need a police car to kind of go and just look at the scene before they do stuff. So off you go, ambulances, save people's lives. You dive into a game video and you don't have a plan, you just play the game. I need to approach it with that carefree, that same carefree style that Azzy does. Oh, people are using the highway. That's good. Very good, very good. Okay, actually, wait, let me... Where is it? Highway. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. This one. I want to put walls, essentially. Okay, we're good. Let me save this. Yeah, so videos-wise, I'm planning to only do videos for Montai. Like, I will keep variety and stuff to streams, because I feel like for me, I prefer that format of doing it like in real time, having the chance for people to have like reactions together with like me as I learn the game and stuff as well. There was once a time when Azzy had anxiety about it and someone said to her, Hakuna Matata, she was like, ah! Oh dear. What was the phrase that as... Oh no, wait. Have I built in the wrong area? No, that's Birdsong Bluff. Okay, that's fine. What was the phrase that Azzy always had? Can't remember. Oh, you park maintenance vehicles need to stop clogging the road. Oh, that's not park maintenance, that's road maintenance. Okay, whatever it is, stop slowing people down. They're just trying to drive. Okay, I do eventually want to line my highway with trees, but right now these ones are just like encroaching a bit too much. This one's a bit bumpy, but we'll live with it. 4-lane highways, this one. Oh, should we put sound barriers? Maybe we should. Because this is gonna be quite dense. What is all of this? Oh, these are stuff that I installed. Sound barrier. Uh-oh. I have to remove this thing first? Probably? No? Uh-oh. Hang on, our custom stuff has gone confused. Which ones do I enable versus disable? This one. I can't do sound barriers on an elevated thing. I feel like that was an option before. Sound... Oh! Okay, we're fine. This thing. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh. Work, please. There. Retaining wall. We'll equip that for now, it's fine. Karina, hello! Welcome in. Hello, hello, you've changed your name again. Hang on, wait, no. It's not that you changed your name, that's just your YouTube name. How have you been? Happy New Year. Happy, what else were we talking about just now? Happy Hill Highway. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're just trying to build up our highway before we even get to our greenways, which is another thing we're supposed to be working on. Oh dearie me. Okay, thankfully, because I was looking at the stream runtime versus recording runtime, because I start my streams, like, in terms of running it in my streaming software, I start it half an hour before I actually start, just to make sure that the internet runs well. And so I thought we've been going for 2 hours, when we actually haven't. So good, at least I'm willing to accept this amount of progress for 1 hour and 20 minutes. If this was a 2-hour build, would not have been a fun time. Okay, but anyway, we can now kind of actually just smoothen all of this again. Oh, this green corridor has been messed up by what we've built though, I just realized. I've neglected my urban plan. That was supposed to be the green corridor, but I've messed up. We might have to... Oh, where's our green corridor gonna be now? I should have considered that when I built this, because now there is... If I elevate all of this, like, instead of having the walls, can we get away with it? Okay, maybe we can. Maybe we can get away with it. We just have to connect from underneath. Is there enough, like, height for people to walk? Not really. Okay. Oh, you did change it. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was your Instagram that I was thinking about. Things are okay. Yeah, I was really tired today actually. I don't know why, like since yesterday evening, I was just completely knocked out. And yeah, it's been tiring. But yeah, now that we're actually building and stuff, I feel slightly better. So hopefully that's the same. Oh no, what's happening? Oh, can I undo this? We'll have to do something for this green corridor at some point. I've messed up. It's not supposed to be cut by a highway. So, where is it? Here. Yep, okay, around here. So, let's actually lower this so that it goes into this area. Or maybe it can just be in like a lowered area. Because where was the tram? The tram was there. If say we go around here, and then that's like underneath the... Oh, actually wait, no, this might be good. So, this road continues across... Oh, bus, make sure you U-turn, don't fall off that thing. Well done. Okay. So let's say... about that much. Right, and somehow this needs to connect into the health campus. I have a feeling that this will... Hang on. Sorry, bus. Give me a moment. I need to figure out your route. You had some female problems this past week. I like how you termed that female problems. Oh dear. Okay, I need to... How are we gonna do this? $170. like this. So that's a... Ooh, do we still have you, everyone? My YouTube stream page thing, and I can't do anything right now because I'm still like building this road. It dropped out briefly and then went no data. On my phone it looks fine, so I hope we're still here. That did not even go down at all, did it? Like, that's staying completely flat. Okay, wait. Let me do that again. Azzy's here. Okay, lovely. Thank you. Speaking of buses, we've had such a bad snowstorm this week that a Danish bus drove into someone's back. Why do I feel like I saw something about this? Was it Denmark? I feel like I've seen something about it. Still here, thank you. No dropout. Okay. Oh, thanks, Rai. It's yeah. It makes sense. No, because there's the whole thing about like, apparently it's not good to call it that time of the month. Is it true though? Just checking, because I don't know sometimes whether it's just like an individual person that just doesn't like the term versus it actually shouldn't be something that like you refer to it as. Oh, it is staying the same. Okay. So, if I go a bit further... How am I gonna do... I don't know what to do with this road. Oh, it's done it again. YouTube's gone. Maybe let me refresh that live streaming page. Because it looks like it didn't drop out for me. And then we'll see if that works better in terms of it going funny. Because it's going funny. Okay, wait, let's also process what we're trying to do here. So I'm trying to get this road to eventually connect to this area, going under the bridge, but also above this area, while being at a very high terrain point. S shape maybe? Okay, let me try and start from here. But I don't really want the nature thing to be there. Okay. Let's see. We'll try it, we'll see if it works. It can feel a bit condescending because people use it as something to say when... okay, yeah, so in that case, in that kind of context, it is condescending, I agree. But see, I feel like, because you said it as viewer problem, so it sounds fine, but like, saying it as a problem, I feel if I said it, it's also gonna sound condescending. Oh dearie me. It's okay, we can figure this out together. Let's find the right term that I can use. If only it was as simple as how Granny just says a bio break, you know? You can't quite say that, no. Where's our road? It's there, okay. Maybe if I turn this way instead. It comes with pains and a few. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think if you're describing it as the person experiencing it, like, it makes sense that it's causing problem. But then I feel like if I say it, like what you're saying, right? Someone else saying it to you makes it sound like I'm saying that you're the problem, if that makes any sense. I would have to ask your daughter when she gets home in a few days. That would be good, actually, yeah. Because then at least we all know together. Then we can say the right things. Okay. Hopefully, while we were learning about vocabulary, we might have fixed this road issue. Will a double-decker bus fit under this? Hang on. Can I have a double-decker bus, please? And yes, we're doing that thing again. Bus. Oh, okay, that's more than enough space. Because we can do... Yeah, that's fine. On both sides too. And then let me... What's this? No bicycles. Could be this or this. Those are being weird. Okay, if someone suggested I was a problem while I was having a own problem, I would actually... Oh dear. It would become a problem, and I feel that's valid that it is a problem. And the problem is the person. Not you as the person feeling problems about the problems. Okay, I hope this bus thing is not too steep. Maybe we can add a bus stop there just for proof of concept purposes. Hello, greetings from Brazil. Hello, is it Henrique? Henrique? Let me know if I'm pronouncing it wrongly. But welcome in. Thank you for joining us. We are currently working on a bit of a weird bus road, I feel. It looks very steep. This has been an episode of steep roads, is what I will say. Because we just built this entire highway. Oh my gosh, it's actually very long. Like, this whole stretch did not exist before today's stream. Okay. Maybe it's also because this road's actually going up a bit before it goes down. But we will work with this first. Let me just clear out some of these trees just so that we don't get criticisms from the, what was it, road department saying that we've done a bad job. Okay, and then I'm going to add a... I actually don't even need to add a bus stop per se, but I'm just going to add one of these here and extend the road this way. Okay, here we go, buses. Where's the bus? Where's bus? Where's the next bus going in this direction? Everyone's going away from it. Here. Okay. That is a long road. Yes, actually, while let me click on this. Primrose Highway, 6 kilometers long. Only? How is this only 6 kilometers long? It is the entire thing, right? Can I, like... Where does it go up to? It goes till the very end. That is not 6 kilometers. That looks a lot longer than that. But okay, game, if you insist. Although, to be fair, the whole map of this game is 20 kilometers by 20 kilometers wide. Like, it's a square, basically. Oh, but I've been looking. There's someone making a mod that you can import, like... I can't remember the exact number, but it's a huge map. Like, essentially, you see how there's actually a lot of stuff outside of this border that we have? Someone's trying to make a mod where you can make use of everything outside of this area, which, in principle, I would love, because that would be fun. But I also would really pity my computer if I actually started using that mod. I hope it works out though, and then we'll try it one day, because then maybe we can actually build like a city that's the size of Singapore. Okay, here we go. We are going to switch over to the camera here, and we're gonna take this bus ride down into what will be the future health campus. Also, someone just returned home from school. Lovely. Here we go. I thought it would be more... Yeah, it looked a lot more... Oh, hi, tram. Hello. It's going by. Someone asked me on my video, actually, about the use of trams in, like, my city, because I'm saying it's an Asian city. And yes, it is true that trams are not a common sight in most Asian cities. It just so happened that Taiwan was the one city that has a lot of trams. Like, there's a few tram lines, and like what I wanted to... Oh, actually, this road's fine. Looks fine. Although, given that it's a health campus, It's not so much the buses that I'm worried about going up and down this road. It's the bicycles. Can we get a cyclist to come here, please? How do I spawn a cyclist to go on this road? Okay, we're going uphill and we'll see. It looks fine if you have momentum. Does anyone live in the Netherlands or has been to the Netherlands and cycled around before? Because I don't know whether they have bicycle lanes on roads this steep. Then again, it's Netherlands. Do they even have hills? What do we think? Is that okay for bicycles, or should I just do a separate road? Or should we not care? Should we make citizens live with their exercise? It's more so that it's going to become like the health campus, so I'm just thinking of all the like old folk trying to climb up this hill, you know? Thoughts and considerations. Okay, what I can do, actually, is because we do have a lot of buffer in terms of the double decorationness of our road, we can make it slightly calmer, I feel. So this bit, it won't make that much of a difference, to be honest, but I mean, every little counts. Netherlands is like the flattest option. I know, but they have like good cycling infrastructure. So it was the worst possible option to think of. Maybe San Francisco. What does San Francisco do for? And they cycle a lot, right? I guess. I don't know. I only think we have trams like in 2 places in Denmark. And can I just confirm that Copenhagen is in Denmark and not Norway? Norway is Oslo, right? Because if it is, I've been looking at Copenhagen on Google Earth and just looking at its like urban planning, and it's actually really nice. I kind of want to visit and just look around in all of those districts, especially the newer districts around the like water thingies, the harbor, the quay. Like all those modern buildings are very nice. It's health campus, the road's making no healthier. Shall we go with that? I feel like that will make life easier, right? Just to say that it's Health Avenue. This is where you do your exercise and stuff. I'm gonna go with it. We're just it's gonna be that's the narrative we're using. That's good. Copenhagen is Denmark. Okay, good, lovely. I bring this up with like friends and stuff every so often, is that so I studied geography in school. And I don't know why, there was never a class or a section of my curriculum where they just talked about where countries are. Like, that was never a part of my geography lessons. So I guess, because I know they always use this term human geography, and I think that's what we learned, but we did not have a section of like, we're now gonna test you on, like where countries are in the world. Hello, Troy. Good morning. Good morning from New Zealand. I know where that is. That is to the north of Australia. Yes, definitely. Oh my god. I heard this on an ad recently. So it was Jet 2 and it was Calgon. Thank you for the random. Burned. Health. Be fit, be healthy. Did you know here in Singapore there was like, I think they just discontinued it, but they have this thing attached to like, you can get it on the Apple Watch and stuff, and if you walk enough, you get vouchers. Oh, fun color van. Hello, yes, it's the geography complaining. Yes, I didn't start on the teacher thing yet. We didn't hear the random. Oh, my settings are messed up. Okay, hold up. Sorry everyone. It's happened because I've changed all my settings for video work. So okay, let me bring this back. And then oh no, the box van's gone underground, you can't see anything. Where's the which one did you activate? Random 2. I've lost track of. I have added new sounds to random, by the way. I don't know if they will show up. Where is it? I'm gonna find you the one that played. But basically, it's the Calgon ad. Calgon's this like washing machine thing in the UK. Here we go. This one. Can we hear that? I hope that worked. We don't exist on the map. You can't say that to someone who lives in Singapore who literally can say that. I have the right to say that we don't exist on the map. We have crappy geography classes here as well. Oh my gosh. So this is where I now bring up. We weren't going to. So every time I bring up the geography thing, I'll bring up the... Where is this guy? Underground apparently. I have no idea where. Did we lose the van? I accidentally... Oh, no, it's here. The van's here. Okay, we keep going. Every time, I have to bring up the fact that I had this very odd geography teacher. I had a lot of odd teachers, actually. But this geography teacher, who I thought was, like, actually a pretty decent teacher. Like, I liked how she conducted her classes and things. Like, I thought it was very professionally done, well taught, and stuff. And I just generally had a good impression of her for like the longest time, right? And then she started like teaching I can't remember what was the context of it. Did she teach me at any point before that happened? I can't remember. Okay, but at some point she started teaching geography for my class. And then it got to this point where I just felt like she was constantly nitpicking on me for no reason. And because I was not a disruptive kid in school, like, if anything, I was maybe disinterested, but I wouldn't purposely look like I'm disinterested, so I'll just, like, be there quietly, just leave me alone. I may not actually care of the content you're teaching, but geography-wise, I thought geography was an interesting subject, and so I would just sit in class and just, like, listen and do stuff. And then I'll start getting comments from this teacher being like, I noticed you're not paying attention, please pay attention more in class. When all I do is just look at her and stuff, like I would try. I would be like, I'll just look, eye contact the entire hour, and she still gives me content like notes like that, right? And then I'll submit homework and stuff, and I'll get it back, and I'll just notice how enthusiastically my homework gets crosses and stuff, being like, oh, that's the wrong answer and stuff. It just felt after a while like she was just nitpicking on me for no reason. And it's not like I was purposely kind of like being annoying a student or something. I was just like, maybe my answer wasn't right. But so what bugged me was that there was a point where she just wasn't in school, and so there was this interim teacher that kind of came in, and I did not change how I answered questions with my homework and stuff. I did not change how I was in class. And I just started getting good feedback with my homework. Like, my answers suddenly went from being enthusiastically incorrect via the way the cross was drawn on my homework to correct answers, maybe just like refine this bit. And so from that point on, I was like, it is not me anymore. It's just you have something against me and I have nothing. I have no comments because other teachers are not like that to me. Sorry, I just went on the entire rant there. Oh dear. I had good teachers in school, by the way. Like, my English teacher was lovely. I had a very good science teacher. Oh, but I had a very odd other science teacher that we will not talk about today. We're stopping on the motorway. Sorry, I was mid-rant and couldn't explain it. We stopped on the motorway because this game has these silly road maintenance vehicles, this thing, that keeps blocking everyone. Like, look at that, there's two of them. And it just trying to repair flaws and stuff. Oh. Yeah, so that's why it keeps stopping. We had a very old and chatty one in the class who was manipulating her mercilessly to lure her to talk about anything else than geography. To be fair, I feel like that was actually my interim teacher. She was this like old lady that was really just cordial and friendly, and I feel like, given the context of my usual geography classes, it was just such a delight to have a teacher that actually wasn't just treating me like crap for no reason. You used to be a straight 100 student? Oh really? Every teacher loved you? The subjects I did well in, the teachers liked me. I did well in English. And that was the one thing that kept me, like, okay with going to school because I was not doing well in every other subject. I was doing well at science until about like the last 2 years of... Okay, because basically in Singapore it's 6 years of primary school, 4 years of secondary school, and then you go into like tertiary, or you choose to pursue like another 2 years of kind of education that gets you an A level, right? So I did the 6+4 and then went to get a diploma. And so the last 2 years of the secondary school level, I fell out of science because, again, of the teachers. Okay, you know what? I said I wasn't going to, I'm going to. I had this teacher who, she used to do this thing. Okay, this isn't the bit that I didn't like about her, because like I feel actually it's good. So she would actually be using the projector and she would run through classes and things, and then she'll have the worksheet on the projector. And the reason she has that, not just to let you see it, because you'd have a copy of it, right? She basically highlights stuff as she's running through the class, but she highlights so much of it that by the end of it, the entire worksheet's just like completely highlighted. But the thing is, she kind of expects you to do that as well. And so all of us in her class had to start getting green, yellow, pink highlighters, orange highlighters, and just like follow along with her as she highlights. And if you don't do it, she questions like, "Oh, okay, so you'll be fine. You'll do well for your test if you're not highlighting, right?" Like all this sort of like passive aggressive stuff. And so everyone would just kind of like follow along. The thing that I didn't like, which I think was just a product of its time when it comes to education, is that she would give homework back in the order of best to worst student. But she also does it on the projector, so she doesn't show the marks. Actually, wait, did she show the marks? I think sometimes she shows the marks, but she'll stack up all of the papers of the class, and then on the top is the best performing student, and then on the bottom is the worst performing student. And so she'll just leave it in a projector. If you see your name, you go up and collect it from her. And so you just... And that was the point where I wasn't doing well with like the subjects anymore, right? So I used to be good at science and then kind of ended up not being. So it was very, very encouraging and great for my self-esteem to constantly see myself at the bottom of the stack. Right? Great! Oh dear. And that's why my therapist has a job right now, 10 years later, is that trauma was a thing. And that was not the worst one. That one was still kind of like borderline fine. It's the way you do it. In Singapore, we have to learn 2 languages, right? English is the main one, and then you learn your mother tongue. So it depends on like your ethnicity. So the most common ones are Chinese, Malay, and in school, correct me if I'm wrong, if Mr. Barter's still there, in school it would be Tamil, and then I'm not sure if they readily have the other Indian languages if you don't like speak that in your home. So if he's still here, he can correct me in that sense. But yeah, so I had a mother tongue teacher at the end of primary school, so that first batch of 6 years, right, where she was fine the first time I was taught by her. Like I got taught by her twice in those 6 years. The first time she was fine. The second time was in the last year of primary school, and there's this big exam that we have to take. Sorry, we've stopped building at this rate, but it's story time, so who cares? So there's a big exam you have to take at the end of your primary school in Singapore, right? And so I think maybe it's just the like them wanting you to be prepared for stuff. What she would do is, if you were the bottom 4 students of a term or semester, she rearranges the classroom so that the bottom 4 students are sitting... Okay, wait, let me just say, like... Assuming, let's say... Oh... Okay, let's just say this is a classroom, the whiteboard's here, the teacher stands here, right? So, we would have tables in lines like this. Like, there will be maybe 30 to 40 people in the class. And so, if you are the worst 4 students for that particular term, you would be made to sit in these 4 tables right in front of her, and she'll constantly keep calling on you to, and I get what she was doing. It was tough love. She will like keep calling on you to like answer questions and things. But she also did it with a bit of a like degrading tone. In Mandarin, they called it the Pa Wang group, which is like, I don't know how to translate that. Let me translation. It doesn't translate well, but the official translation is like the overlord group. Someone who thinks they are powerful. That's not really how I translate it, but essentially, like, you get focused on with the intention that she wants your results to get better. But it did get to a point where I was also one of those students that ended up in that group. And so it got to a point where after a few weeks of that, I just broke down and cried in front of the class. And thankfully we had a class entertainer, because I had like a classmate that was really good at entertaining the class. So she just left the class to kind of get entertained by him while she came to console me. So I can't really say anything about that experience, because ultimately my grades did get it did improve. But part of me is also like, did I enjoy the fact that that was the way that it was done? I'm not sure. So yeah, you study to become a teacher, you'll be fired if you did. Yeah, nowadays, none of that would pass. But back then, this wasn't that long ago as well. That was maybe 16 years ago. And then like secondary school will be a few years less than that. So, but a lot has changed in the last 10 years. Would I say that maybe it's also a bit too protective of kids these days? Maybe. But yeah, it's just interesting that that's the experience that we went through. Yeah, I don't know, it's just interesting, the balance of like what's acceptable for teaching. Because we were also back, I don't even know if they do it now, but caning was a thing when I was in school. Like public caning for shame purposes. Although then again, Singapore is a country that like has capital punishment. What's it called? Corporal punishment. You get killed basically if you do certain crimes. So yeah, I thankfully never witnessed a public caning in school. But it was a thing. Like there would be instances where if someone really misbehaved, there would be an assembly session, and then during the assembly session they'll be put on stage, and then I don't know if it's the discipline master or the principal, because I never witnessed one, but someone does that caning. What fun times, right? Oh dear me. Okay, let's lean back into road building rather than all the sad things we had to go through in school. Okay, but yes, so the road seems good. The highway is having a lot of high usage right now, actually. Lots of traffic. And then what was I going to do next? I feel like there was something we were focusing on, and then I completely fell off because I was like thinking about all my school-based trauma. Okay, I think it was this park connector I wanted to also kind of build up a bit. So the gist is, I want to make sure that you can connect from here. I guess if Ecotropolis works too. Here, you're gonna go... Okay, we're gonna just put this temporarily again. So, from Ecotropolis, you'll be able to walk along this area through the green corridor. And then into... Oh no, I messed up. Okay, into here, essentially. And on this section, it would be a bridge. So I feel like, actually... Because, okay, part of today's objective is that we're supposed to be defining greenways as well. And so I shouldn't just be putting too many, like, temporary things. We should build. We should do stuff now. Okay. There's a complete turnaround on how to teach children and encourage learning to be self-motivated. Oh, they were trying that in, like, when I was in school, but it was very early days. So the term here that they use is self-directed learning. But the most that they did back then, this was before they really made you use computers, except for like maybe 1 day a term as part of your learning, is that they'll give you half an hour of self-directed learning time before classes actually start for the day. Used to be reading time, and then became self-directed learning. And honestly, all of us just used it as time to catch up on homework. So that was interesting. But nowadays apparently, like, it's a big part of how they're taught. Say bye-bye school and hello to building roads. We can have a bit of both. Well, like, it's good to have conversation while you're building, otherwise it gets boring as well. Just so you know, most of the turnaround in teaching is based off research in the late 90s and early 10s. Oh, so it's me! It's the trauma I went through that led to the future generations having better lives. Yeah, I did feel that though. I do feel like I was always that transition batch, in that there was like, so the year before me was very, very obviously in the old era way of teaching, from what I observed. Then my year, it felt like there was a bit of both. Like, you can tell that they were starting to change stuff, but it wasn't really there yet. And then the year after me, I feel like there was more dramatic change, and then I left the school, so I don't really know what happened after that. But then, if I look back now, there's been so much change. Some of it I feel is actually maybe not for the better. Specifically in Singapore's context, I don't think this applies across the board, but there is a lot of entitled behavior nowadays in school because they are not allowed to do a lot of the stuff they did for our generation. And while I'm glad that maybe some of the things that I went through that were negative can't be done, I also feel like sometimes it's a bit too far the other way now. But yeah. But then again, this is just like an outsider's point of view. I'm not a teacher, I'm not in a school, I'm not a parent, I'm not a student. So all this self-motivation and PBL. What's PBL? PBL something learning. Wait, let me try and crack this together. Parent-based learning? I have no idea. What does PBL mean? So it's an all for nothing. Yeah, I help the future generations through my trauma. Can they pay for my counseling sessions though? That's the real question. This new method kind of brings out a certain degree of entitlement. Yeah, it's just interesting to have to figure out. Project-based learning. Oh, okay. We had a bit of that in, like, by the time I was studying for my diploma. Stuff became all project-based. But I feel like it's also because I was taking a diploma in the media industry. And in the media industry, it makes more sense to be evaluated based on your projects. Because, like, textbooks are not very relevant if you're learning media. Positive behavior for learning. That sounds good too. Positive behavior for learning. We'll work with that. Oh, daffodil streets here as well. Ooh. Okay, hang on everyone. I'm going to, let's save, and then we're going to do another one of these roads. And then we'll come back to the Greenways. I don't feel like at this point the Greenways will see much progress, but at least by moving all of these roads... Oh my gosh, there's so many people coming out of Ecotropolis. People, you have a tram line. Oh, I think it's broken. Hold up. I think all the people living up here can't access the tram lines. Let's hide this inside the building. Okay, can you go here if I do that? And then we'll tidy you up another day. Because you've got a tram, you don't have to walk that entire stretch, although I built it, so maybe it's good that you're using it. But if it's to that extent where everyone's walking, something's wrong. Yeah, see? It wasn't connected. Okay, tram, you'll get more passengers now. Enjoy. It's very cool to just watch this road every so often though, because sometimes when I'm just building, I'll look at this, and then whenever a cyclist takes it, or U-turns in the wrong place. Like a cyclist going up this bridge. Oh, we just missed one. Where is it? Okay, well, there'll be a cyclist one day, but when they go up this road, it's actually quite cool to just watch their perspective. There aren't any cyclists when we need them, so it's okay, we'll move on. Probably busy blocking a bus or something. Okay, so Daffodil Street cuts through here. And I will divide it in this way because the idea is... Where is it? The connector is here. There will be a bridge across or under. Maybe under. It will make life complicated for ourselves. So there'll be a tunnel through this mound into this section that we worked on earlier, and then that will be an entire stretch of Greenway. That leaves a lot of... Yes, perfect actually. Leaves just enough space here for one building for the hospital. Then we'll start building up around it. And then this section... This section is where the highway used to be. Oh, okay. Yeah, it frees up a lot more space here actually for us to work with. So that's great. Right, so then Daffodil... What's here? What's this? What track are you? Oh, you were the old train track that I destroyed. Okay, that's fine. You can go. Thank you. You served us well. Right, so Daffodil Street here can go across this way. You know, all things considered, like with all of the stuff that I felt wasn't a fun time in school, I watched this like stream. I don't have choice to hear, but if you are, when Elliot was ranting about his school experience and the stuff that he was talking about in school. Oh, wrong assets. Yeah, and it made me realize that, okay, my experience is nothing compared to what some other people go through. Because I won't, like, if you're interested, it's 8-bit Elliot, I think with 2 L's and 2 T's. Because there's different Elliots apparently with 8-bit names. And yeah, like one of the recent streams, he was just going on about all of his experiences. And yikes is what I will say. He's from Melbourne, Australia. So for those of you in Australia, I guess that would be a system that falls closer to home. Okay, so there we go. That will go across like this. And then what? Does it go down? Does it go to the side? Does it join here? I don't want it to join on a slope because City Skylines 2 does not handle slopes well, is what I will say. So, possibly... This is a small road as well. Does it really need any of this? I'm gonna leave... You know what? Leave it the way it is first. Then, we've got this section, which I want to work on. How will one of these wide pavement paths look cutting through a tunnel like this? It's not going to be underground, yikes. It does that, okay. Then, can I elevate it? That is... I feel we can get away with this once I decorate around it. So let me work with it, actually. So softening. I just wish they had the... Because in the first City Skylines, they had gravel roads. Like gravel pavement paths. And they do exist in the decal section, but it's not quite the same. Hotkey, white key, medium key. No. Medium concrete leisure pier with metal pillars. What is the difference? Concrete pillars. Oh, actually, hang on. Oh, It's apparently achievement based. There's an achievement in this game called Perfect. Perfection. That's good actually. Okay, let's work with that. So, oh, but there are seats and stuff. Not ideal, but we'll work with it. Oh no, I said the thing that Granny says I say. I'm gonna be sued. Hang on. I don't have, don't pick up, because otherwise you're gonna be hurt on stream. I just need this so that I can do this. Thank you, okay. There we go. I hope that could be heard, otherwise that would have been weird. Right, but we get the idea, right? So what I'm trying to do now is create a walking area that ends up... Oh, but we don't want all of it to be covered, you know? Some of it can be this. Heard it? Lovely. Okay, and she didn't pick up. Lovely. I saw this post recently. Oh no, it's not even just a post. It was my friend. My friend was testing what would happen if she called her close friends at 2 AM. And just seeing whether people would respond in an emergency. So apparently most of the people that she would call picked up. Thankfully she did not call me because I leave my phone on Do Not Disturb. So imagine if she did that and realized that I would just be sleeping because my phone wouldn't ring. This terrain thing's terrible. I'll probably change that at some point. It is normal, right? Like to leave phones on Do Not Disturb. I'm someone who does not like notifications. So every possible notification that I can reasonably not have, I will switch off. The only ones I will have are like very, very important ones. Honestly, even like most of my like chat groups and stuff, I would rather just mute the group and then just check in occasionally. Because I can't deal with my phone going like bzz, bzz, bzz every time. And then there will be some people that text in words, like as in they'll type maybe 2 or 3 words and then send that and then take another few messages to get their sentence across. And then it just makes your phone constantly buzz, and I hate that. You'd also not pick up, but that's because your phone's on silent. Yeah, same thing, right? So, okay, I'm not alone. It's a reasonable thing to expect, apparently. Right. How much of this Greenway can we do up today? Because I would say this is the one thing that we're doing up at this rate. It will look good. I know right away. Once you put the greenery and stuff, it's okay. It's just that right now when it's empty, it'll look terrible. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Can I like... I don't even know whose cat this is. It just showed up on the City Skylines workshop one day. I've got nowhere to put it, unfortunately. Just in honor of cat. It's not even rendering properly. You try to use Do Not Disturb at night, but you let people contact me on Messenger and call some of your favorite people. Yeah, that's how I have it set up too. Like, the important contacts can get to me if they call twice for sleeping time. The rest of the day, like, it will call right away. What's this? Roundabout pillar. Ooh, interesting. So a lot of my, like, the stuff that we're seeing in my catalog are modded stuff. It is a modded city. City Skylines is just sometimes easier to do when it's modded, because you get a lot more flexibility. Although in saying that, it has been a while since we've done our vanilla city. At some point when we get bored, we can get back into it, I feel. But I've been enjoying playing like Montai a lot recently. I feel like because there's a lot of progress that can be made now that there is all of these, like the assets and things. I'm just still waiting on vehicles more than anything. But yeah, it's been good to kind of like work on more parts of the city, and I feel like now that we've done that foundation first year, like there's more major areas that we can work on as well, and it's just nice to like these sorts of things. Like we didn't really work on areas like this last year, so it's nice to be able to do that. But I also feel like pacing out the build of this has been very good, because the like an option I could have done was also just kept building quickly. But given the state of the game and how I wanted to wait for buildings to come around before I did up districts, like I wouldn't want to build up a district and then have to delete it because new buildings came out that I want to add, because then I feel like it loses the character of what you have built. And by that point, you kind of grow an association to like what already is there that you don't really want to touch it. Like Cubby Cliff. While we added that business park, which will be a part of a future episode, like all of this that we built last year, I don't really want to touch it because I like what we have, and I'm glad that we used the buildings that we did and stuff. But then stuff like this area, which wouldn't have been possible before. So this is the like work that we're going to show on our next video, which will be next week. All of these buildings came because of a DLC, and if I didn't wait and just started building up this area, we would have not had this effect. And all of the new buildings that came with it, where were we? Oh, I thought there was a... Oh, actually, hang on. I think we actually needed that power line thing. Is our city dying? Or do I have that mod that lets us like live off no electricity? I think we do. Okay, it's fine. Our city's fine. Well, good. Where were we? Here. Okay. So yeah, overall, this is gonna be a slow-paced series, and we'll take our time because we'll let the game mature as well. Then we have lots of stuff to add. I'm still waiting on some good Costco assets. Someone did put up an IKEA building, but the font to me does not look like the real thing, and so I'm still waiting a bit before I commit. And then there's the alder, I think, this thing. This tree is apparently native to this area, as we discovered when we were researching... oh no. When we were researching Ecotropolis. I really have to kind of look at it from this point of view as well, because that's really what everyone's gonna see when they're walking through this area. Okay, I don't really like the boulders as like a cluster like this. Neither do I want it to be entirely boulders. This is where it would have been nice for more greenery. You may have noticed that I was using mostly custom greenery, because again, we need a bit more than what comes in the game by default. But yeah, so once those come in, actually I can cover this like cliff a lot better. So maybe I'll leave it until that, once again, until the right assets come. You see a big subscribe to the game. I need to get back into doing all of those custom billboards. So one more teaser about what we've done so far is that, so Media City, I've done up the like kind of open area, right? So because it's a media city, I put down all of these billboards that are supposedly advertising TV shows that this media company makes. But I want to be able to make custom ones, which we know how to make. I just haven't been doing it. So, rather than a sitcom called Fries, we can have a sitcom called Fletch. Or something. I don't know who would want to watch that, but that works. We can have a sitcom called How to Get Away with Marina's Death. For context, for those of you who don't watch Rai, The Sims made a return after 5 years, and it was the most chaotic Let's Play I've ever watched. It was worth the wait, is what I will say. But yeah, that was quite crazy. Essentially, there is this event character called Marina, and if you can draw your own conclusions based on the title of How to Kill Marina, Marina did not die, despite many attempts to do so. Then the green corridor goes there, okay. Oh, that's quite cool, because then we can have... It will go up to... Loop. Here. Okay, this path will probably be adjusted again. But it'll go up to here before crossing over, and you'll get to see the trains. So, ooh. Still lose... Did I end up sending you all of the ones I took? I added a lot to my Canva grid. Oh yeah, no, okay, I did send you the other one that I took. Yeah, so it's added a lot of options to my Canva grid of your faces. You only just learned the name because you've said it in this stream. Yeah, no, I didn't know what she was called while you were playing. I had to go back and look. Her name's Marina. Terrible person. Not playing Sims until she's gone. What track is this? I have too many assets at this point. Retaining wall. This thing? No, it's key. This thing. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Now that we have the highway settled as well, we can also readjust some of our existing districts, right? So our green corridor, thankfully, we have managed to salvage. It will be like connecting to Ecotropolis from here. Ecotropolis could actually be expanded. So I know previously, as he suggested, put a school here. Now we've got space for it. So we could do it. So a school can go basically up to the highway. That's what I will say. Evergreen corner, or actually leave a bit of a gap for greenery. So there'll be Ecotropolis. I don't know what's gonna go in here actually, so we'll reserve it. Oh, I guess just health campus can keep going. Maybe this can be a health school. And then the small nature area. It is slightly elevated, so we could get away with it. And then that's mostly fine. This area, Birdsong Heath, will be adjusted. Oh, Birdsong Heath is getting smaller because we moved the junctions in. But it's okay. In its place, Pinewood Acres. We need a name for Pinewood Acres, by the way. Like, that was generated by the game. So if you'd like to create your version of Cubby Cliff, which as he suggested, throw in some ideas. We'll think of it. You get to choose the teacher standards. I know some tactics they can try, like highlighting every part of your worksheet, giving back their assessments in order. That health campus goes there. Okay, what goes in this tiny area then? How much space do we dedicate to the health campus? Versus like, because, oh, okay, wait. We haven't connected this part of the roads. So, let me do this. Then that might inform actually a bit more of the space. Where does it end? The moment there. Goes here. I want it to be parallel? Yes, parallel to the train tracks. Now that I look at it, so if we do this, then from this part onwards, turn. Oops. Like this. I'm glad the city's surviving just running on its own while I've been doing all of this today. Because I have not been paying attention to whether all of the trains are running properly and stuff. Oh, but since I've done all of my little new projects, right? We're getting quite decent like train usage and stuff to the point that I've had to like increase capacity. So last time we saw our city, these were 4-car trains, but they were getting full. And so I've upgraded them to 6-car trains. What fun. Although at the moment, it looks like there's not much happening. Oh no, there's a big crowd. Yeah, look at that. All of these people. I don't know where they're coming from. But they are on their way to Birdsong Bluff. Sorry, Birdsong Springs. I always get confused between the two. How many people is that? 150 people! Look at that! So many people versus the last year of us just watching our train serve nobody. And so they will be going through this... Oh no, I need to fix that. They're going through this area where we're working on right now. Down here. What did I say I was going to do with this part again? Oh no, okay, the green corridor goes there, so that's fine. Ooh. Not good graphical glitching here. We'll have to cover that up. Okay, but yeah. So, this part, where does the node end? Here. We're gonna raise this, hopefully move it actually works with us rather than against us. It is not working well. Nope. See what I mean? In City Skylines 1, that would not be a thing. This node thing was not this weird. Okay. Then we terraform this bit. I just need to get up to here, basically. So, increase this. Soften? Hopefully. It's the elevation question again. How steep do we make a road? 5%. Okay, we're going slightly more than what we did before. And my thinking this time is I could just... Actually, okay, you know how earlier I was saying how I'm realizing with videos like you just need to talk like you do on stream? I'm realizing that here on stream, I'm talking the way that I'm having issues with editing, because I'm doing that half sentence thing. So I can't talk like how I do on stream. It's fine on stream, but in videos, this half sentence thing is a problem to cut around. As steep as it... I don't actually... What's the steepest it can go? I think because I have a mod, there's no... How about 320%? How's that? Rosemead Street. I don't want to destroy the highway that is currently very smooth, but there's no way to make them actually go on this road. And now I've destroyed my terrain as well. There we go. Maybe here? It actually was higher earlier. Okay, let's see. Oh no, we missed that one. Oh, it's a motorcycle, everyone. Going to McDonald's. Oh my. Oh no, wait, my camera's moving too slowly. Oh my gosh, it's like Ninja Warrior or something. It's this. Oh my. What are you doing? That's the wrong way. Oh, there's a car going as well. Hang on, the game's auto-saving. Wow. The grip that these vehicles have. Let's take a look at it from this view. Oh wow. Oh my, okay. Actually, in all things considered, not that bad. Oh, how's the garbage truck gonna handle this? Let's see. Yep, just have all the garbage spew out. That's okay. Looks like a GTA airport ramp. Is anyone looking forward to GTA 6? Because, the one I'm looking forward to is Forza Horizon 6. Because they're setting in Japan. And it actually looks quite nice. Oh my, that looks like an airport ramp. What are you doing? Don't U-turn there. Okay, we'll save all of you. We'll save you. We'll put you back. Okay. Happy? Smooth roads again. But no longer fun. Your choice to have a boring city. Okay, there we go, fixed. I feel like... When did they claim that GTA 6 is coming out? You're keen for it? I haven't touched my GTA 5 in a long time. Granted, it's also cause it's such a big game that leaving it on my computer just to build is not really worth my storage space for playing it once in the blue moon. So I don't have it at the moment. Where was I working? Here. Yeah, so I haven't played it in a while. But what are the odds they actually, like, submit it on time? Given that it seems like the trend for games this year is coming soon. Or has a certain date and then it just gets pushed back. I'm eyeing a few. Where is it? Let's look at my wish list. There's a few that are in that coming soon place. Clipped and done. Wait, as in like you made a clip? My wish list, let's see. We talked about this last stream. So there's a game called City-State Metropolis that's supposed to come out in Q1 this year. We are currently in the second quarter of this... Oh no, we're in the second third of this first quarter. And nothing so far. There's a game that is technically out in early access, but the feature that I'm waiting for is not out yet. They said soon. In fact, they said next. And they've not updated their release map since December. Then there is Paralives, which is supposed to be out in May. Let's hope it doesn't get pushed back a second time. And then there's also... Oh, Bed and Breakfast is out. Okay. That's been out for like a long time actually. What else? There were a few. But yeah, everything is just like coming soon. Autonomica, Alpine Lake, that's another one that's 2026. No month in particular, just... Oh, All Will Fall apparently is coming out this quarter. Once again, you have 1.5 more months. Cozy Campfire Club is coming soon. Over the Hill is this year. Otto Airlines is coming soon. Map is next quarter. Ham the Game is this quarter. Voodoo to be announced. Whiskers Tale June. Everything's just not here. The problem with GTA 6 is every time they're almost ready a new generation console, a new development thing, you would think for such a big game that they would partner with these, like, the hardware developers to, I don't know, make it a launch title? Showcasing the best of their console. Although, with every console, the best of a launch is always nothing compared to the best at the end of an era. Like, if you look back at games that were coming out on Xbox 360 at the start of its era versus at the end, it's so different. Like, Forza 2 versus Forza 4 was already like... Oh wait, Forza 2 probably wasn't on Xbox. I don't know, but yeah, it's like dramatic enough that you can see. So, yeah. Although game life cycles are really quite long these days, I was just thinking about how, with the whole like recent Sims Let's Play and things that I did, it has been 12 years, which if you followed the previous cycles of Sims, there would have been a Sims 6 by now, which we've fallen off Sims, so like it's not really a priority of my channel anymore, but it just feels funny that of all engines they decided to stick to for longer than they planned, it was Sims 4, the one that was very empty at launch. Because I remember when the whole game launched, it was like, oh my gosh, there's nothing in this game. And then they were all like, oh, we developed this engine because it's for okay, maybe that's why. For longevity. But even now, it's like, I don't know. Like, make a new one. Give us a good engine. Sims Revival when? I just hope. Like, I know there's a lot going on with it, and then, like, new owners, what fun. We don't know where the direction's going, if assuming everything else goes well with Sims, and the owners don't kind of get in the way of stuff. All I hope, which is very weird, because it's not like I play Sims much, but it would be nice if they have an engine that doesn't need you to load into your lot when you're already in your neighborhood. Like, open world, I get it's too much in a game like Sims, but open neighborhood, when your neighborhood's already like 90% loaded, I feel will make gameplay a lot more seamless. And that is all we will say about Sims. But I did enjoy my time when I was making Sims content. Like, when I was looking at my old videos on this channel, like, it made me think about how there is no other game that I would have been able to make the same kind of videos that I was able to make in Sims. And what I mainly did was, like, I could do home renovation style TV show-esque videos, I could do game shows, I could do all of that, and it's like the game had the tools and the features to allow such content that no other game even till now has. Like, even if they are in the same genre, even if they're not in the same genre, there's no equivalent of it. Like, City Skylines is good for city stuff, but I wouldn't be able to make like a, oh, here's the family we're building a house for, you know? And then film it in that same way. So... oh no, and I'm gonna have to like... I just realized that so far with the city center area, we're not really building much bicycle lanes. Which maybe we should. But here's my thing as well about the cycling lanes I've realized is that, you know, this layout that we've been using, this specific configuration, I think it's causing issues with spawning of vehicles. Because if you put a building directly next to this thing, I've been, like, it's my hypothesis, I've not proven it. I think placing buildings along a road, this road layout, is not letting cars spawn. Which might be why our city is so peaceful when it comes to traffic. Because pedestrians spawn, cyclists will walk, like, see all of this, like, they spawn pedestrians. But on this specific road, I don't think they're spawning vehicles, so they are only spawning on the normal roads where the bicycle lanes are not kind of like in the way, is my suspicion. And I've not proved it, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So, yeah. I've been a bit cautious about adding more of these, like, cycling road things unnecessarily. Because until I figure out what's happening with that, I don't want it to break my entire city. Because yes, we're trying to do public transport and stuff, but I don't want it to also not have cars at all. Because that's not really realistic for an Asian city. Because Asian cities tend to just have a lot of traffic everywhere. So I don't know, like this ideally would be a cycling road too. Okay, but yeah, I would say overall, most of the road, most of this area that we needed to tidy up in order to allow us to work on the Greenway is done. If I now... Ooh, okay, so this one we will be extending an existing cycling road thing. Although I won't be zoning... I don't intend on zoning like, along the waterfront anyway, so I'm not too bothered about that. But now we can continue this road here through into Pinewood Acres. There we go, and then that sets us up for... Oh, and then there's gonna be a tram thing there. Oops, that's gonna be... We're gonna have to figure out the layouts of that. Here we go. Oh, look at the time. Okay, so apparently rents make streams go a lot quicker, because at the start of stream, I was like, oh, we didn't build much. And then realized that actually stream only just started. And then now it's like, oh, we didn't build much. Stream has already passed. We're at 2 hours 40 minutes, right? Is that when we started? Yeah, I definitely felt like I did more. Oh, gosh. I felt like I did more in the first half of the stream. But it's okay. Riveting conversation was what we had in our second half. Soften. Please, game. Please just give smooth roads. Just a bit. Time flies when you're having... Time flies when you're renting, apparently. Are you smooth? You're still not smooth. Oh gosh. And then there's like the pillar in the middle of the road as well. This is going well. Maybe let me not have that. Let us... We'll have the road through this part instead, just to avoid that pillar issue. And then that bit is the weird terrain. There we go. Oh, how do I fix this? See, it's not doing it evenly. Why? Very wavy is what I will say when it comes to this section of road. Smooth it out. As smooth as it can be. Every time it's this move it thing, I actually just assume defeat. Because I can't get it to work well. That's as smooth as I'm gonna get it for now. Oh, look at that. Hello, bus. You're really high up, actually. Okay, and then this bit, I'm just gonna smooth out. Makes life easier for all of us. Am I even working in the area I smoothed? Or did I just work... Oh, okay. Right next to it, apparently. We will go up to about here. There's going to be a tram interchange here. This black and grey area. So that is something to consider. So that layout might change. Now this road needs to link to this road in a way that's also a change in elevation. Minus 3.7. I feel we can accept that. We've had worse today. It's just really ugly. If I do this, and then retaining walls. Was it key? Okay, we'll do key. Extend this out. And wait, why is it doing this? It's always these little things that... I think it's because I'm snapping it. Let's move it this way. Here. Okay. That smooths out the road, hopefully. So that's our roads connected back up again, I hope. And again, still no traffic. Oh, actually that completely changes the layout here. So, Birdsong Heath actually shouldn't go this way anymore. It should just stay on one side of the highway. This bit, essentially. I don't know what's happening with Pinewood Acres. That now doesn't need to be the way it is. We can have it start from about here, let's say. Ooh. Oh no. Could we hear that this time? End of stream road rush. For yourself, or you're hoping that it happens in my in my city? I unfortunately, if any of you are here watching hoping for traffic jams, it seems like in this city it's not happening. Which you never know. Maybe it's also because my population honestly is still very small. But I did do a quick test off stream. I just added a ton of people into my city. No traffic jams, nothing at all. We've done too well with our roads apparently. Okay, welcome all of you people. Use my new roads. The tree infested roads apparently. Now let's clean these. All of you taking the bicycles on dangerous roads, what are you doing? What are you doing? Magnus? A senior? Cycling on main roads, hogging car, like, traffic. M, you're blocking a car. Maybe this is why people don't want to drive. Oh gosh, okay. Oh, we've got a helicopter flying by. Are you okay? What's happened? Medical helicopter. Uh-oh. Who's died? Royden. Where's Royden? You are at Ecotropolis. Oh. How eco-friendly to be using a helicopter to bring them over to the hospital that we don't have yet. But it's okay. One day, the hospital will be right here. And you'll be able to be air-flown. Air-flown across, I don't know, like 500 meters? Very cautious about distances now that we've learned that 6 kilometers of highway looks like nothing. Yeah, 500 meters. Evergreen. Oh, this is supposed to be a green corridor. Right. That's a very long stretch to make a green corridor. I have to figure that out as well. Oh, hello. How do I pronounce your name, by the way? Is it Oho? Oh, wait, no, you're listening on mute. Hello. Hello, welcome in. How do we pronounce your name, by the way? I saw you join in Discord. If you ever catch up on this on the board, thank you for joining and thank you for finding out Discord. We don't usually publicize it, so the fact that you found it. You're from Switzerland. Oh, Switzerland. Switzerland was the host of Eurovision last year. Wait, was it last year or was it 2 years ago? And I've been to Zurich when I was really, really young. And your favorite city is Bern. Ooh, have I been? I don't think I visited Bern when I was there. I just know that I went through Switzerland, through Germany. I don't know where Germany we went, and ended up in France at the Eiffel Tower. And at some point during that trip, I remember being in an elevator that went up diagonally. That's all I remember. Okay, so it's pretty much like how it's spelled, basically, right? Aho. Okay, we'll try our best. If next time if you're listening, or if you hear this in the VOD and it's pronounced the wrong way, tell us. And we'll correct it. But welcome, it's lovely to have you. Thank you for joining our little space of roads and rambles. That's a good way to describe what we're doing here. We spent the entire of this stream building this highway, which is massive, and then tidying up all of the roads around here so that we can develop greenways. So right now our green corridor here has been started, and then now I'm trying to tidy up the riverway here. And I'm realizing as well that I left this part that's supposed to be a green corridor, but I did not plan for it. And there's a lot going on. There is roads going underground. There is a train track going above ground. There's a road at ground level. That is a lot. Yeah, so I have to think about that. You're gonna be home in about 15 minutes and then you can hear me. I don't know if we're still live, pop in and say hi. If not, we'll see you, and because I end in about 15 minutes, but I'm also like aware that now I'm doing a lot less streams, so I might go a bit longer. We'll see. If we can catch you, we'll say hi. Also, 7 ad plays. Hello. Watching your channel for the first time, welcome in. You also want to start City Skylines too, but you don't know how to create a proper city. Ooh, is there anyone I can recommend? There are a lot of good tutorials that I would point you towards if you'd like to refer to how people do it. But honestly, I feel like part of the fun of City Skylines is that, like, you kind of learn it with practice and over time. Like, anyone's first city is gonna be crap. That's what I will say. So if you go into it knowing that and treating it as just a fun way to like learn slowly, you'll get the hang of it eventually. When I approached this city specifically, I like to think of it from a hierarchy point of view. Ooh, I don't have a picture of it readily available, I think. Hang on, let me try and find. Oh my gosh, I have like a very old picture of that Cotton On stretched, what's it called? Stretched thing. I don't know where my editing file is. Oh no, I don't know where it is. I'm so sorry. We can't bring it up. Oh, actually, wait. Let me just bring up the video. Hang on. I'm gonna... Sorry. It's just easier for me to find it now, doing it this way. Okay. Oh my god, I'm getting an ad on my own video. Oh my gosh. I depend a lot on this for this specific city. If we can show... I'm just gonna show this. There we go. So hierarchy in this sense, which is that in terms of different layers and sizes for my city, I try and think of it as like, depending on the layer of this onion, this rainbow onion, you need to build different capacities to be able to like spread the load of your city. So like traffic wise, if you run into issues of like, oh, a certain part of your city is bottlenecked and stuff, it's likely because you're building at a wrong layer of like importance. So that's what I found to be quite useful. That's probably also very abstract for your first city, but yeah, like just, I find over time, once you're familiar with the tools and stuff, that's the main thing. It's like building a city with the right hierarchies and systems. We might be doing the wrong thing actually with this city because we've got no traffic. Oh my gosh. Is that my playlist, by the way? I can't see what that playlist is. Like, wait, let me click on it. It is, right? Oh, actually, yes, that series, right. Okay, good call. Thank you. I forgot we did that vanilla series. Oh my gosh. When did we start doing... Because that was around the time that my computer broke, right? And so... Was that in May? Has it been a year? Because I've not gone back to that city, honestly. I did think about it the other day, and I was just like, oh, Montai's having more fun, so we'll continue. So, yeah, we never went. Oh, dramatic change in lane sizes here. Okay. And then we've got this thing blocking the way again. Okay, there we go. So I'm just like, a moment of silence, not because anything's dying, I just need to look at this city layout to like make sure I'm not missing any road. Thank you, I appreciate it. Just checking, are you perhaps a few minutes behind the actual live stream? Because I'm wondering whether it's a stream delay. Thank you, Rai. Yes, you can see that playthrough. I remember running through how I started that city at the very start, but after a while, like, we just went all crazy. It was like, forget about the tutorial, let's just build. But I think it was enough of it to get started. Okay. I did not continue this highway. Apparently. Uh-oh, wait. There we go. At least a bit of a transition. I wish it was a bit smoother, but we'll work with that for now. Your name is it Saad? Saad? That's kind of the city skyline style. Like what, building? Oh my. That better not be the city skyline style, because this is ruining my river. Here and here, here and here. Here and here, okay. What is this? Oh, it's my medical helicopter block. I did have a hospital thing. We just move it into somewhere nearer to town for now. There we go. So much of this area. Okay, Birdsong Bluff is a lot bigger now because now we've got this section. And then this. Okay. Birdsong Heath has also gotten bigger now that we've moved the highway. I might want to think, because maybe I want to do like a green corridor that goes this way. Oh, but we have one here. Here, then here. Okay, no, we don't need to. There's one that's essentially going this way now. Okay. Similar start, and then you kind of follow your heart in what you want to build. Yeah, in Granny's case, it's a roundabout that she'll keep building. For mine, it was just green corridors, I felt like, for that series. We just kept building green corridors everywhere. And here we are today, still building green corridors. What should you start first? A layout or direct to residential and services? Okay, but it also depends if you're playing vanilla. For vanilla, you can do a layout because you don't have to worry so much about a building fitting in a specific grid because it kind of generates for you. The way I play it, where I'm placing buildings in custom ways, I don't like doing layouts until I actually work on an area, if that makes sense. Our full city is like this whole place, and in fact, I'm gonna put this one again. This actually does a better job than how I would explain it now, of summarizing everything in this city. So I will refer you to that video, and then I kind of explain all the different districts. But essentially, it is a realistic Asian city project, inspired by my trips to Taiwan and me living in Singapore. So we've been working on different isles and stuff, with each area inspired by specific parts of Taiwan that I visited. So, and then like the whole map is kind of based on mountains and stuff as well. So, at the moment, we've done up West Isle, which is one part of our big city here. And then we're currently working on what is supposed to be our bigger city. The game's saving, sorry. Called North Isle. And so that's what we've been working on today. Cleaning up the road here so that I can actually start building up my greenways properly. Anything else? Any other areas? I haven't actually worked on the areas that I said are inspired by Taiwan. So, but geographically, this area is supposed to be based on Kaohsiung. There's a place called Pier 2 in that city that just so happens to be exactly the same in terms of the shape of it. And I didn't even create this shape, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I extended it a bit, but the existing shape of a lot of the map was already the way it was. So we were just lucky with this map, I feel. Well, except when it comes to highways, where you have to reconfigure the entire thing. Oh, let me just check that it's not clipping here. Maybe this can be like an R&R stop. Like a rest and relax stop. What are these origin? Oh, actually, yes. I need to explain that as if you're coming in for the first time. So, let me open up my iPad. All of these colored squares that you're seeing, don't worry, there is no disease in my city that is spreading these colors. They actually represent my subway stops that I'm planning to add. So, I think if you can see all of these dots, right, I'm gonna switch over to my other screen. Here we go. So, I have this network that I've drawn up that is guiding my development of the city. So, now that it's something I do for fun. Like, I enjoy the process of drawing random lines and making spaghetti in my city. But how this is helping me is that it actually guides me to know where I have to do more, like, higher density development. Because if, say, where's my pen? If, you have, this is maybe not a good example because it's very dense. Say this area is a very high capacity interchange because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 lines interchanging in this one spot, right? So I would know then that I should be building higher density in this area to take advantage of that. Oh no, we've drawn over it. There we go. And so in my specific city's case, it's helping me a lot with planning out where I'm building. And different districts. Oh, and my iPad's dying, so let's hide it. There we go. So yeah, I drew these squares so that it's easier while I'm building to remember, like, okay, directly next to a project that I'm working on, there's going to be this district, therefore, should I be building taller, should I be building smaller? All of those considerations. Although, I'm actually looking at it, it's quite out of date now. There's certain lines that shouldn't be where I probably need to fix this off stream, actually. Let me look at it again before my iPad dies. Blue, orange. Okay, it's not like terribly out of date, but there are missing lines and there are some stations that I swapped. So I will probably have to update this. I'll probably also make it smaller just so that it's not so much of an eyesore. But yeah, that's what it is. And, ooh, hang on. See, this is the bit that we went all GTA airport crazy with, and then we messed it up. Because actually, now that that's an elevated bit, oh my gosh. This move it notes thing. Not having a good time with it. Okay, smoothing it out. Since this bit happens, oh, was there an accident again? No, okay. This thing keeps, like, tricking me thinking it's an accident. We can have a bit of an underpass here. So, I guess another mini green corridor. So, let's say... Oh, actually, no, it can't really... Soften? Smooth? Eventually, that bit can be a thing as well. So then you can go underneath here into Birdsong Heath. Just gonna... We've placed down way too many draft things at this point that I'm actually losing track of which things are draft and which things aren't. Like, it's so messy. Like, what's this thing? Do I get rid of you? Uh-oh. Have we broken the game? Oh, no, okay, it's this thing. Right. To enable the roads. There we go. Birdsong Heath. Sorry, we've reached a part of the building where I just need to, like, look at stuff for a while. Yeah, bro. I try my best. I don't know if I would consider myself professional, but we try. To be fair, it's also because I've been playing this game for 10 years. So, like, naturally, after you play it for a certain number of years, it does get easier to understand it. Yeah. So I would say a lot of it comes down to the fact that I've just spent 10 years playing this game. Oh no, 11 years now. It's 2026. Jeez. I don't know. Whenever I open this game, there's my day gone. Like, I hyper-focus. It's good, I guess, for people who want to watch this series. Not great for my productivity in real life. Corridor. Okay. Have I ever explained what I intend to do for this area? Like, I know I said it verbally on stream earlier, but I don't know if I've ever shown the station I have in mind. Probably did last stream, but anyway, I'll just do it again, just in case. There is this one custom train station that I've been eyeing. Not this... Oh no, it's this one. Okay, so see this? This looks really cool. I got it off the... Paradox mods. And... my plan is to somehow find a way to integrate it inside this cliff, like some... Imagine this, but properly integrated. And then that becomes like a key part of the skyline in this area, because it's quite cool. It kind of fits this bay area. And then there's gonna be buildings behind it. So like housing and stuff's gonna be behind here. Then remember earlier we were mentioning the duck pedaling areas. So the leisure areas will be here. There will probably be a pedestrian bridge or something that goes like this in like a S shape across the river. And then low-rise fancy housing along here leading to the waterfront, essentially. Did that make any sense at all? I hope so. Oh no, I destroyed my trees. I'm very relaxed playing this game and it makes you feel relaxed watching. Oh, that's good, Azzy. I would hope so. What time is it for you now? 1 AM in the morning? That's definitely the time to be relaxed and not ranting about teachers in schools, that's for sure. Very planned and execution. Yeah, I wonder whether this is maybe just a byproduct of living in Singapore where there's literally an open source. Like, I get a lot of... We've shown this on stream a few times, but I will show it again. There's this website you can access. I don't know if you can access it outside of Singapore, but here it's just readily available. That shows all of the, like, zoning plans of the country. And so I look at this a lot just to, like, see what areas are being developed and stuff. And yeah, things here are very planned and stuff. Sometimes too much. Like, there's not really... There could be more spontaneity and organic development rather than deciding that, oh, that block's gonna be for housing, therefore let's put just houses, you know. But yeah, a byproduct of living in this sort of place, I guess. Yeah, I thought about that recently because, like, what was I doing? I was reading a book about, I think, more European-style development, and they're talking about this concept in, I think, Germany. I can't remember, but people get together and then they decide that they're going to build up a medium density building together, and because of that they have a say in what goes into it, whether they're going to be shops and stuff. But here, because everything is planned by big developers or like the government for housing, you don't really have that individual say in what gets built in a place. So you kind of... Yeah, again, you're kind of deferring to people in big agencies to decide what gets built where, and sometimes that leads to what we do have in Singapore a lot, which is that a lot of our districts are quite boring. There's not much to see. Whereas in Taiwan, there was so much everywhere, which was really fun. Like, very vibrant, lots of stuff to see. Like, the vibrancy and the attractions were so dense across the whole island. It was so fun. Thank you. No, don't worry about chatting in stream. Like, the point of doing a stream is that, like, it's a time to get to know everyone and chat about a game that we all enjoy. Even if, like, it's a game maybe you don't actively play, but you just enjoy watching, that is a space to do so. Hello. Okay, so it's... Let's practice again. Oho. Oho. Right? Welcome back. How's your bus ride? Hopefully... Oh no, we've removed that bumpy road. I was gonna say, hopefully your bus ride's smoother than the one we were having earlier in our city. We don't have a connection here, but I'm also thinking, like... What's our hospital gonna look like? Oh, they've changed the way this was organized, or was that always like this? Okay, we're not building it today. I'm just looking so that we have a sense of sizes of buildings. Modern medical... Okay, these are all the small ones. Hospitals, right. Let's take a look. Urban Medical Center. Oh, I've been using this as like my shopping mall in Cubby Cliff. Oops. It was fine? Okay, lovely. This is a modern hospital. They're not actually very big. Okay, that one's bigger. That one's quite big, but it's also not really the style I would go with. Oh, this is quite nice. Not too big as well. Could probably fit, because we're going to do a U shape, right? So we need buildings all along this. It's a mod. I would hope so, and I don't know which one specifically. I have too many. Let me look at Skype. Okay, so if you're familiar with City Skylines 2, there is this mod hub, if you will, that you download separately called Skype, and then from there you get to like keep track of all the things you're doing. So it tells me I have 137 mods enabled out of 152. I have... Oh wow, okay, that disparity is quite a lot. 5,550 assets enabled out of 18,524. Why is there so many missing? So there's way too many. Is what I will say. So I honestly lose track of what mods causing my game to do certain things, which is always fun when they do an update and then everything breaks. Yeah, so I don't know which mod that will be under. It's a full country, not a city. Yeah, I'm trying to treat it like that because coming from City Skylines 1, where the map was a bit too small to do that, like, I feel like it's big enough that we can try and do that now. As a Swiss, I hope you integrate great railway connections. Oh, shall I show you? I think you weren't here earlier when I was doing it. It's dying. But... Oh no, display capture. My city is being developed with this network in mind. Like, I drew out spaghetti lines. There are plans for every single area of the city, for metro, regional rail, trams, all of that. And this is my diagram so far. So the lime green, if I disable this is my regional train network, which later when we switch back to the game, it'll make sense. So there is both metro and express regional lines. Because, fun fact, in Singapore, we don't have express regional lines, and it is horrible. It takes us an hour to go anywhere. Whereas, if there were regional lines, it'd probably be better. And I know maybe this is just a first world problem, but when you live in a place long enough, and it doesn't have an express service, you realize how much slower things are. Even though, as a metro network, yes, it's fast. Have you seen Pakistan? I've not actually properly looked at like how cities in Pakistan are developed, actually. Let me take a look. Let's see. Sorry, you can't see anything because like I realized that it's not connected. Where would you say, would it be a... I'm gonna mispronounce this, I'm sorry. Hyderabad? Would that be the place that has the metro? Or is there like another big city that I should be looking at? In Switzerland, it takes 4 hours to go. Oh wait, actually no, I should give context. Okay, so in Singapore, wait, let's see how big Switzerland is. Yeah, okay, no, that's fine. See, so at least here in Switzerland, let's say I'm just gonna do like a Google-based like measure distance. So that's not the entire country, but from Geneva to Zurich is approximately 228 kilometers. So let's estimate and say that it takes you 3 hours to travel 228 kilometers. It would take me approximately 1.5 hours to cross 50 kilometers, which is the size of Singapore. So it's not great. It takes too long for how small this country is. Take a look at the Swiss Railway map. Swiss Railway map. Oh, actually, okay, we were talking about this earlier. Sorry, I know you can't see any of this. Let me switch it back to the game, actually. We were talking about this earlier because I was trying to do bicycle lanes, but I was comparing it to the Netherlands, which doesn't really have slopes. So given that Switzerland's a place full of mountains, do you have much bicycle like lane infrastructure? And if so, can we tap your knowledge on assessing whether our road here... Hang on, where is it? Would this road be too steep for cyclists to go up, essentially? Because I wasn't sure earlier, but it's like, I have to do it because the highway is right here. I just worry that it's too steep. Okay, but while I do that, let's take a look. It's very dense, is what I'll say. There's a lot of things. Like, lots of stops. You love that you can reach the... you can travel the same time as you and still not reach the next city over. I was looking at this the other day. You know that day when we were having the call? And then I was comparing how long it would take for you to get to Gold Coast. But yours is based on driving. So that's a different thing. Not just bikes. Oh, I've been watching their videos recently. Did I end up watching Switzerland? I definitely watched the Netherlands video, and then I got distracted by his video on like some Canadian tram system that apparently isn't very good. You think you use ChatGPT to create a layout for... Honestly, that's a good start. Like, if it helps you get going, that's a good way of doing it. Depends how steep is the grade. Okay, it was about... Oh, I can't go back in to see now, but I think it was about like 3 or 4%. You know what? Actually, wait. Sam makes a good point. Why not just ask ChatGPT? Hey, I'm building this road thing. I'm literally doing it like, let's show this. I'm building this road thing that I'm hoping cyclists can go up. It's about 3 to 5%. It's about a 3 to 5% incline. And I'm hoping that thighs are still alive. And this is not how you usually type to ChatGPT, but I mean, we're on stream, it's fine. By the end of their commute. Yay or nay? Yay with a couple asterisks! Okay, a 3 to 5% incline is totally within normal human cyclist territory. Barely spicy. Hold on, let me zoom in. Noticeable but chill. It never talks to me like this. Maybe I should start typing in this way. Thighs wake up, lungs mildly annoyed. Okay. Oh, it's the length. Okay. ChatGPT apparently has intelligence because I did not think about that. How long was our road? Hang on. Let's come back to this. Our road's apparently... Uh-oh. Can we estimate? Let's say 300 meters? A 300 meter long incline. What does it say about that? Thighs will survive. They might complain a little. The road is 300 meters long. What are we doing? Ish. Also, it's near a hospital with frail folk. Okay, now let's see what it says. It's gonna stop me from answering, I think, at some point, because I'm not logged in. A 30 to 90 second climb for most people. 0 trauma, mild thigh burn. Like my experience in school. I think we're fine. Yeah. A computerized system has decided that my road's fine, and therefore we will stick with it. Because again, we don't have particularly steep, like, things in Singapore. Oh gosh. So slight distractions there, but we got there in the end. But yeah, so a lot of my city is being built around transit and like making sure that I'm using that as the guide to decide where layouts and like districts are going, rather than just like, oh, this shape looks right. So earlier I was mentioning how there are certain areas, and this is what the colored squares are, by the way, like in case you're wondering. So certain areas will have 4 different subway lines intersecting. This is 3. 4 is here. And so by planning the network in advance and knowing that, okay, this area is going to have 4 lines interchanging, then density and use cases go way up to make use of that connectivity. So that's how we've been approaching the city. Yeah, but honestly, we have not been touching on most of that today, because all I've been doing is trying to connect these roads in a clean way, because it was a big mess before today. But I'm happy, because now that we have this like laid out, all of this area can now be developed properly. Before that, I wouldn't have been comfortable even touching it. Let's actually green this area. You know what? In Switzerland, we have trains that climb up to 8% without cogs. And with trains, the incline makes a much bigger difference, doesn't it? You'd have to, given that it's like all mountains and stuff, right? My trees are not rendering the way they should be. I think it's because... So, as I was editing my videos and stuff... Sorry, not editing. Recording videos and stuff. I started noticing that my city was slowing down with simulation speed, which is not great when I'm only at 17,000 people, given that our aim in the long run is to hit maybe 200 to 300 people in this city before I feel like it will properly bog down. So what happened was apparently I set my game to like maximum, what was it? I set my game to frame rate or something as the maximum performance. So now I'm setting it to simulation speed, and I have noticed that the people and stuff, like when you speed up the game, it does... Oh no, it's not showing it. Oh wait, no, okay. So there's a trick to this. Number 1, you get citizen cleaner and then you refresh this. See, so there's a lot of dead weight here. Clean up citizens. Then, see, now it's running. Oh no, it's not doing it. Maybe it's because I'm also streaming, but when I was doing this off stream, it helped a lot with my simulation speed. Why did I bring that up? Like my brain's... We're reaching a point in the... Like, in the stream where my brain's not functioning. It's going... I haven't had dinner yet. It's, 10:20 PM for me as well. We don't usually go this late. But given that we are streaming less often now, I don't mind going a bit longer. Although, if a certain moderator is still here and she's staying up because of me, please go to sleep. Because it's past their bedtime. Let's see. Oh, is that your prompt for the generating thing? River Valley, Barrier Island. Oh, you're basing it off like a YouTube video. Can ChatGPT do that? I don't usually play around with like the creative visual part of artificial generation. So it'll be interesting to see what it does. What's for dinner tonight? Random scraps. It is probably just gonna be bread and what was it? Lemon pepper sausages, I think. I'm just gonna make it like an impromptu hot dog bun or something. And then just have that. that's just it for my dinner. Because we don't have groceries at the moment. My parents went to like Malaysia for a few days, and then they just came back, and so we haven't gone out for grocery shopping, and we're unlikely to do so until at least Monday. So we're just at the moment just randomly thinking, like using up food, and I'm trying not to place too many food delivery orders unless they are a reasonable price, and I already did it for lunch. So that's my consideration as to why we're just having random scraps. You may go shortly. Good. It's getting late for you. But we appreciate you, and if you want to check out more fun times, and you're new to this area, Raimano also streams. She does more simulation management, chaotic, unhinged gaming. So if you want a different vibe for this time of day, I highly recommend it. Especially when she plays Sims. Oh, she's gonna be playing Dinkum tomorrow. So if you've never seen that game, you want to take a look, that's the one to look at. What I'll say. Oak trees, there we go. I'm just trying to populate this area. Oh, the cliff is actually very steep now. I'm trying to populate this area so that it's almost serving as a little buffer for whatever ends up being built here. Yeah, I think that's enough. A bit concerned that people are gonna fall off this entire area. Oh, did I install the highway barriers that I saw in Skype the other day? I don't think I did. Let's take a look. Safety barriers. Oh, I didn't install it. Okay. In that case, I will have to... Oh, people are using this road. Hello. Welcome. We're not ready yet, but enjoy. Ooh. How funny. Just watching people actually use my city that I'm building. You know what? I'm gonna leave this fence thing for... Ooh. Oh, I didn't know we had this. Oh. Okay, we'll use that, I guess. It's not really a barrier per se, but looks nice. We'll go with that. Cool. And maybe just keep most of the roads here. Oh, I like that they have this. Oh no, oh no. Okay, it's spawning again. Oh no, it's disappearing. Why? Because it's too close to this. I don't usually use these things, as you can tell. Okay, that will do for now. Just move this one tree. Then at least I don't feel so worried about cars and stuff flying off this thing. Not that they will in a game like this, but you'd always want to take precautions. Okay, so that's settled. The green corridor is going to be here. What did I mark out for this area? Pinewood Acres is going to use that bit. This area is a very odd spot where I don't know that you would want to build buildings in this one cluster because it's like major highway, major road. It's probably going to be very noisy, and it's kind of cut off from everything else. This one section, maybe this like would become a park. Pinewood Acres, we're gonna move you to this area. And then maybe just, you know, green corridor, you can have a little extra section like this. So that's gonna be a little park. A little not very safe park until we cover up this area, I guess. I really hope that the whole tree prop count that we end up with is not too high. Because it's when you have to start doing this sort of thing, the count starts going up really quickly. And I don't want this game to lag. That's also a raised road. Can we get away with it being an elevated section of road? Uh-oh, game saving, sorry. Snapping. Oh, you can be an elevated road. That actually opens up even more options for stuff going on underneath. More walking areas. It's often like this, I guess. And now that road looks very steep. But it'll work. We have people walking, the cyclists still. Oh, and then the train line as well. Oops, I forgot about that. There's a lot going on in this one area is what I will say. There's like pedestrian stuff going on. Under and overs. It's been an interesting part of the Greenway to develop. And it's also actually just connected to Ecotropolis, I just realized. This whole stretch is now like all together, and then we reach the mountain reserve. How fun! Wooden Rose is heading to bed, no worries, thank you for being here today. We appreciate you. I'm probably also gonna wrap up soon. In fact, you know what? Okay, yeah, let's stop building. This is the wrap-up phase where I just look at what we've done today. Because I feel like if I go any longer, there will be no dinner, and then I will regret. So, let's take a look. So what we achieved today? We achieved a cleaned highway, a cleaned up highway that we've done. We've tidied up all of the roads here. We've assessed whether or not uphill cycling roads make sense, which ChatGPT said it does. Don't know whether we will rely on it, but we will see. We started a bit of the green corridor heading from Ecotropolis over into the mountain reserve in North Isle. So that at least has a layout in itself. We didn't end up actually touching the riverway, which I was hoping we could get to. But thinking about it now, there aren't much assets that I would put in this area anyway, the sports hub area. So maybe that was a good thing. And then we also cleaned up this road connecting into North Isle City Centre. So, anything else we did? Not sure. We rented, we rambled. We overall, I think, had a fun time. So, let me save, just so we make sure that this carries over into the next time we see you. So, what's gonna happen? For those of you who are familiar with what we were doing previously schedule-wise, next week is going to be a video week. So there's gonna be a episode of like an edited version of what you've seen here, where I will be working on... Where was I working on for the episode? This part of town, West Isle City Centre. So if you want to see how we ended up developing this, that will be in next week's video. The week after that, we will be coming back to stream, and I am currently deciding whether to play Small Spaces or Subway Builder. So I'll probably put a poll somewhere where you can vote. And if you are in our Discord as well, in fact, I'm going to do this. We will also probably put something there, so you can let me know which one we shall try. Both are games that I'm interested in, so it'll be a fun time regardless. But that's pretty much gonna be where things go for the next few weeks. So until we see you next time, thank you so much for joining in, whether you were chatting or lurking. I hope you had a good time with us. And look forward to next week's video. Look forward to all the lovely people in our chat who also stream. And yeah, until then, have a good rest of your weekend, and we will see you soon.